What's up, gamers? It's Rabbit's time. It's Raven Rabbit's time. It's time to finish this game. I'm gonna be done with this game. I like this game a lot, but I'm gonna be done with it. I want to finish it. I want to be done with it before I go on vacation. How's everyone doing? Let's continue. Let's get into the library. Ivy's going rabid. Yeah, she is. She's going crazy with this new cat treat. All right, what the F was I doing? I think I just figured out this thing. Sheldrake 5. Yeah, okay. And Sheldrake, this is it. This is what the shadow picture was pointing to. But didn't it say 5 at the end of the shadow picture? Yes, I think we need to find the 5th volume. Well, would you look at that? There's a big red button behind this book. I guess we should press this button. Holy guacamole. Did the engine that would require to move that much weight? Holy shiz. What was that sound? It sounded like something really big was moving. It came from the top floor. Alright, let's go check it out. Like, books are heavy, dog. XII, XIV, XXII. There's a keyboard in front of the numbers, and there are 4 Roman numerals on the wall. It's got to be a hint of some sort. XIII, XIV, X, and XIII. Those are all Roman numerals. You think we just need to put in the numbers from the wall on the keyboard? No, you can't. The keyboard doesn't have any number keys. You can't type in stuff like 3 or 4. And that means... Well, we've got to type something on that keyboard. Yeah, but you can only enter letters. And it looks like you only enter 4 letters. Let's see how it works. I guess you need to hit enter once you type in the letters. Okay, let's just see here. So this is 10, that's 13. It's going to be hexadecimal. They love hexadecimal in this game. 13, this is XIV, which is 10, it's 14. It definitely says boob, then it's 10. Then it's XIII, which is going to be 13. Again. And you can erase what you typed with clear. Okay, I get the basic operations. Let's give it a shot. That's going to be, so that's A is 10, B, C, so that's D, E, A. It spells dead. Fuck off. Yay! You did it, Junpei. It's unlocked now. Good job, Junpei. Whoa there, don't get too excited. Password was dead, remember? This makes me think whatever's waiting for us isn't good. So what? Jeez, you're such an old lady. We can't be worrying about stuff like that. I love the dynamic between Clover and Seven, too. I mean, come on. We got her to unlock, didn't we? Let's go. Hurry up. It's a thick middle door. There's a handle in the middle of it, though. Okay, so it didn't unlock this one. I guess the other one or something? All right, let's get this thing open. I don't know why we didn't do the other one. What's special about this one? The door opened, and Junpei and the others leapt through it.
All right, this is the next.
Just as Seven was about to finish his sentence, their attention was drawn to the clang of metal on metal ringing out behind them. Binge.
The door.
Okay, I have one question here really quick. So with the other ending, with the safe ending where Snake and Ace burn up in the incinerator, how did we get through this? Like, did we just like bypass this in the story? Because if we went through this door, didn't we? I went through the other door? How did I go through the other door? The other door was locked. Did they go through this door? They spun around. The door they just come through, it slammed shut.
Did that just
Okay.
close on its own?
Don't tell me we can't go back.
I don't know. Let's see.
Junpei grabbed hold of it with both hands and pulled with all his strength.
Damn it. It looks like it locks automatically.
Bro.
Is there any other way out?
Well,
Oh,
there's another
Lord.
door over on the right. There's a
Porter's
card reader
house
next
in
to
here.
it. It's got a red light on it, though, so I'm pretty sure it's locked, too.
But there is a card reader, right?
Yeah.
Then perhaps if we find a key card, we could open the door and leave?
Well, yeah, that might work, but...
Hey! Wait a minute. Are you saying we're gonna have to search through this room for one little card?
Bruh.
Oh, man.
They took a second look at the room they'd found themselves in. Oh, kill me. It was filled with piles upon piles of all manner of things. The only word that could describe it was chaotic. It was like a tornado had passed through, followed by a giant who had picked up and shaken the entire room a few times.
Looks that way.
Junpei's heart
No
fell.
way.
For real?
Clover and Seven looked as though they were about to cry.
Well, we can sit down and wait to die, if that's what you prefer. I'd rather doubt that, however. So it would be wise to start looking. We haven't much time. Let's find that key card. Oh, and the Neptune key as well. We won't be able to get through the hallway without it. All right then, let's begin.
I mean, if Ace was able to do this with Lotus, then I'm sure we can do it, guys. What made this game really stressful is if there was like a real-time clock the whole time, you know, like counting down as you take time to solve your puzzles. There are piles of crap everywhere. Man, this place is a mess. It's so messy, I don't know where to start. Some of this crap looks familiar. I think a lot of these parts are the puzzles are parts of the puzzles we've solved in the other rooms. If that's true, then this room could be Zero's laboratory. Perhaps Zero would shut himself in this room to devise the machines and puzzles he'd need to see his plan come to fruition. Just a pile of junk. There's nothing useful here. Okay, so this is the puzzle from that one room. Hey, Junpei, isn't this a nautical table? Yeah, I feel like I've seen this before. New material has been added to the file screen. Look, Junpei, the rust on here looks like Elvis's face. Yeah. How exciting. There are some old computers and monitors on this desk. You don't see CRT monitors that much anymore. Gosh, this desk is really big and it feels really sturdy. Yeah, it does seem pretty heavy duty. I suppose it belongs to whoever uses this room, wouldn't you say? There's a control panel in front of the big screen here. Wonder if any of these buttons do anything. Oh, there's something on the screen now. What's this? There are 15 cells here with numbers and letters in them. Let me see that. Ah, I see. So whatever you touch a cell, the ones next to it turn on or off. You just gotta use that to make the all cells on the right and the bottom green. Hey, Junpei, I found this piece of paper under that thing. You want to take a look at it? Do you think this might have something to do with the puzzle? The piece of paper Clover gave me. There are a bunch of numbers and letters connected by equal signs on it. Just like she said, this is probably related to the puzzle on the screen somehow. Thanks, Clover. This really helps. Alright, let's go back and try again. Anyway, it looks like I just need to make all the cells all green. Hint. Is 0 equals 0, 6 equals 6, C equals 12, I equals 18. What the F am I looking at? Okay. So I need this to be 10. So that's going to make that good. L is going to be equal to 21. Oh, Lord in heaven. Oh, my Lord. This feels like a little bit more complex than the one in the, like a much more complex than the 9 puzzle. Because I have to like, I know what I have to do. What I have to do is really easy. It's just a question of in what order do I press these buttons. So all 4 have to be on, all 3 have to be on for this guy. I need that one to be on for this one. That's good. I need this B off. Okay. And then I just need to get this guy on. Okay. Oh, I don't. Oh, my lord. I need all those on. I need this one off. Try this. Okay, it doesn't turn off all 4. It turns off the 2 next to it. Okay, so it doesn't affect diagonally. That's good to know. Okay, but this one will turn off all of them around it. Okay. I might just look up this puzzle. I'm gonna be honest with you. I might just look up this puzzle. I might just look up the solution to this puzzle. Oh Lord. So I mean, this is. I need L is gonna be 21. That's good for these two. That's good for that. I just need to get this one off while keeping these guys off. Oh my Lord. Ah! Does it cohere though? This puzzle does not cohere, I'll tell you what. There's always going to be like 2 spots, right? It feels like this feels like almost like a slide puzzle. Hey, what's up, Riley? We all know how well I did it to the slide puzzles last time. Last time we had to do them. Let's freaking go. Okay, I want honest answers here. Did anybody not cheat on this puzzle? I want honest answers. Honest answers here. You brute force this one. I just like it's just so you want it for like, oh dude, I'm not spending an hour on this puzzle. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not spending an hour on this puzzle. I mean, if I'm just gonna brute force it, I may as well just cheat. I'm not gonna spend that long on this puzzle. This puzzle, I know what I have to do for this puzzle. Holy crap, is it hard though? I feel like it's definitely doable. What is this room called? 999. What would this room be called? Yeah, you can. Yeah, you guys look it up. You guys look it up. Don't look it up? Okay. I'll reset it. I guess I may as well keep dicking around while you guys do that. Like, the actual thing you have to do for this is relatively simple. It's just a matter of like getting it into the right spot is not easy. Anyway, we had our little Christmas celebration today. So if I reset, okay. It was nice, got a lot of prezzies. Have to kick 5 center. Indeed. Off. There's no way it was that easy. You did it, Junpei. You're so smart. You seem to have done an excellent job and solved the puzzle. Just what I would have expected of you, Junpei. Guys, can you... I feel like they wrote that dialogue knowing you cheated. I feel like they wrote that knowing you cheated. Like, they're like, oh, you're so smart. You're so smart for solving that puzzle. Hey, come on. You're embarrassing me. Whoa, don't get cocky, kid. We don't got time for that. Look at this. Check out the right edge of the control panel. The lid slid open and something came out. Yeah, big preach, big preach. Okay, phew. This monitor is part of this machine. It's really dim though. It's got a map of the world on it, but I can barely see it. Junpei, looks like there's a compass on there. Is that Mario Paint composer dog noise in the soundtrack? I don't know. Thank you, yeah, guy. Thanks, guys, yeah. What do you mean? I guess you weren't there, Clover, but I solved a puzzle like this one in the wheelhouse. I think I just need to do the same thing here. The same thing? The important part is this nautical table we just found. I just have to match up the directions on the compass with the lines on the nautical table. I used the steering wheel in the wheelhouse, but this time I think I'm gonna have to use the wheel attached to the side here. Okay, then show me, now! Of course. Maybe I had to run through the instructions. This looks like it probably works the same way the steering wheel in the wheelhouse did. If I just touch the direction I want to turn to, the compass will turn that direction. Then I just gotta press stop when the compass is pointing where I want it to. I'm betting something will happen if I can do it right. Alright, let's do this! Okay, so we're gonna go... Just go down, left, diagonal, up, there, down, and then there. Okay. So we'll want to go down. Although, wait, is it a matter of where this is, where that's pointing? I think it is. Okay, we'll stop it. Stop it there. And then we will turn. To go west. And then we'll turn southeast. I remember. It's actually way easier to just use the map. And then we'll go northeast. And then we'll go east. Gosh, for some reason I think that this is going to be turning it like in this direction directly. See how this game's lagging? I don't know why this game is lagging so much all of a sudden. Something about this point in the game is not happy. East, and then we go north. And then we go east again. you did it, Junpei. No, please. Don't say that to me, Clover. Good boy. Who's a good boy? Ah, knock it off. Hey, we don't have time for screwing around right now. Check out the right side of the monitor. I just kind of slid open and something came out. Oh, yeah. I heard a noise too. You know that big box in the hall by the exit? I think it made a noise. Like something unlocking, you know? A noise, huh? We got the helm emblem. Let's see what happens when I... Whoa. Well, let me get something on the screen at least. Huh? What is this? Oh, wait a minute. I saw something like this when I figured out that Morse code puzzle back in the communications office. Morse code? Yeah, the dots on here look like dits for Morse code. There's 2 dots on the first line, 4 on the second, and 1 on the last. I'm afraid I don't understand. Well, perhaps you should give it a shot anyway. Alright, I'll try. Before I do that, though, maybe I ought to run through the instructions. If I just tap the button, it'll enter a dit. If I hold the button down, it'll enter a da. Once we enter our answer, it'll automatically determine if it was the correct answer or not. Alright, let's do this. Wait, what? Huh? Where do I get this at? No, I didn't want to do it again. Junpei, please. I'm trying not to press the thing. I'm trying to press the arrow out. I guess I have to find it somewhere else. Well, there's 4 slots. Whoa, well now we've got something on the monitors at least. Well, what's that? Looks like some kind of puzzle. I wonder if those are the rules. Here, I'll read them to you. When you touch a numbered area, that area will be selected and it will turn blue to indicate this. Touching a numbered ball after selecting an area will cause that ball to be moved to that area. However, you cannot move the red balls. You can only move 3 to 5 balls into a single area. Press the check button once you've moved all the balls except for the red ones, which you cannot move. The digital root of the balls in an area must match the number for that area. That's it. I still don't really get it. Whatever, like they say, practice makes perfect. Let's give it a shot. What you mean, practice makes perfect? Hey, let's see you solve the next one, then you can make fun of me. Okay, we just need a digital root of 6, I guess? So if we can do 6... Or we can do 4, 3, because I can't move 9, yeah? Okay, let's do 3 first. Let's do 7. No, I guess I have to do that one first. Let's do 5, 7. That would be 12, which would be 3, and then I can add 3. What? Am I stupid? 5? That's 12. 1 plus 2 is 3. That's 6, right? Am I dumb? 5 is 10. 12. 1 plus 2 is 3. Plus 3 is 6. Right? Oh, I have to do both. Oh, okay. 6, 4, 2, and 1. Wait. 6, 4 would be 10. That should be good. No, I didn't mean to click recheck. Gosh, dang it. 5, 7. And it was 2, right? 5, 7. That would make 12, which is... Or sorry, no, it's 3. Here we could do 6, 4, 2. I have to do all the numbers. Oh, okay. Oh, that makes things a bit more difficult. Okay. Let's do 5 and 7. It should be 12, so that's 3. Plus 8. That's 12, which would be 3 plus 8, which would be 11. 1 plus 1 is 2, so we could do 4 to make 6 again. And what can we do here? We could do 3, 2, 1, 6. That's 6, and that's 4. Nice. Yeah, well, I really want to finish this game before I leave. And this is it, right? But nothing's happening. There are still 3 more indentations left empty. I imagine something will happen when they're all filled. Doesn't that seem likely? Oh, well, I'm glad you guys are looking forward to the streams. That means a lot. Hey, Junpei, something just showed up on the screen. Puzzle sure looks like the last one. Yep, there's more of those red balls you can't move. The numbers for each area are different too. Looks like it's got the same rules as the last one though. You sure you don't want to double check that? No, I'll be fine. If I get confused, I can just look at the screen over there, right? Anyway, like they say, a picture is worth 1,000 words. Let's give it a shot. Isn't that a picture is worth 1,000 words? Hey, shut it. It's him trying, all right? Okay. All right, let's see here. Let's go 4. Let's just do 4, 5, 6. That's 11 plus 4. We can do 8. Let's just throw a bunch of shiz in here and see what we can do. I just guessed. All right, let's see. Okay, let's do 6 and 10. That's 10, 16. And then 4, we could do... So we're at... Where we're at? We're at... Sorry. We're at 6. Yeah, we're at 6. So we add... What would we add to 6 to get back to 1? We would add... Let's say... Here. So we go 10... 5, 15, 1 plus 7, that's 7. No, we'd have to go something smaller here. Let's go here. So this would be 9 plus 2 would be 11. And then we could do 8. And 3 maybe? Let's see, that's going to be 12 would be 3, plus 3 would be 6, plus 5 is too much. Maybe let's focus on the 7 here first and see what we can do to get 7. Let's do 6, 8. We can do, that would be 2, that would be 14, which is 5 again. And we can do 2. And then we could come over here again. Let's do 7 and 3. That would be 10. And then we could do, so that'd be 10, which would be 1 again. Then we could do 8 plus 2, which should be plus 1. Could do this, which I think would be 1 again, right? That would be 10, which should be 1 plus 9, which should be 10 again. 1 plus 9 would be 10, and then we go back to 1. Yeah, okay. How does this work? Does this work? Let's see. That's 7 plus 3. That's 11. 1 plus 1. Yep, that should be good. Nice. That's awesome, Junpei. There's only 2 left now. You can do it. All right, we gotta solve some more puzzles first. There's something written on these pieces of paper. Looks like they've got 3 sheets of the stuff. About digital roots? No. Morse code chart 1. The Morse code chart. It was found on the steel shelf in the small cluttered room. It has a Morse code key for the letters A to I. The short marker is called DIT, made by tapping the button. The long marker is called DA, made by holding the button down. Okay, more Morse code. More Morse code. Okay. That's going to help out for knowing the Morse code, but I still need to know what to actually do for the Morse code. This is a pretty impressive mess. If we try and search every one of these, we're going to be at it till the cows come home. Well, that doesn't seem too bad. We won't have to go bring them in ourselves then. Don't get smart with me, kid. How about we deal with this area later, okay, guys? Maybe we should try something more promising. Thank you for the alert, guy, and have a good lunch. That's still locked. Those monitors hanging out from the ceiling. Each screen shows a room on the ship. Okay, what have I not done yet? I haven't done that quite yet. The middle shutter looks pretty sturdy. It's framed with black and yellow warning stripes. Alright, let's open it. Oh, holy shit. That is pretty damn creepy. There's a coffin in there. Coffin. Oh man, does Seven think... Yeah, he's all pale. He's thinking the same thing I am. No way. I'm sorry, but what's going on? It's a coffin. I wonder if there's a vampire in it. Right, I guess Clover and Snake don't know the story. Man, I can't bring myself to tell them. Well, at any rate, let's have a look around. There's a middle plaque on the coffin. Snake's touching it. All ice. Ah, the two machines. Holy shit. Man, this is serious. Ah, well, let's open it, shall we? Clover, if you could give me a hand. Okay, I got it. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Ha! No luck. Doesn't seem to be ready to open. Yeah, but it's not like it's screwed shut or something. Yes, I believe it's locked in some other way. Hey, Seven, you think you could open it up with your superhuman strength? No, What's wrong? I think I'll just pass on this one, okay? The heck? Very well. We'll just have to give up on the coffin for now. Let's look around the room a little more, shall we? Atlas sleeps in a small chamber past the forest of knowledge beneath the navel of the gigantic. Is that actually true? We can't open this just yet, it seems. Let's see, what else do we have in here? I don't know what else to do in here. Look at the map. A pile of junk, nothing useful there. A draft tip, looks like it's been used quite a bit. Over, I can see the back of the machine. We've done this machine now. Nothing else to do here, right? Okay. I'll just literally leaves this thing. Have you figured out what you're supposed to enter here, Junpei? Looks like the word that's supposed to go here is 3 letters. It's got 3 lines, and I think each line is 1 letter. I see. Well, if that is the case, then perhaps the letters you need are made up of 2 symbols, 4 symbols, and 1 symbol, respectively. After all, isn't that what you just said? 1 line has 2 spaces, the next 4, and the last only a single space. Okay, well that limits it a little bit. 2, 4, and then 1. Let's see, so in other words, I've got to enter either the dots or the dashes, and a set of 2, and then a set of 4, and then just a 1. Yes, well, so it would seem. Maybe I ought to run through the instructions, but I just tap the button that'll enter a dit and da, blah, 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 blah. Okay, now I get this on the side. Cool. It has to be a 2-letter thing. I'm thinking it might be all. And then it's 4. Well, it can't be all. Maybe it's ice? I C E. Yep, it's ice. Okay. So dot dot. And it's E. Nice. I see. It seems you have solved the puzzle, Junpei. Excellent work. The answer was ice. How did you know? All I had to do was listen to the sounds of the machine made. After that, it was a trivial matter to decode them. Ah, yes. I believe I heard a noise from somewhere on the right of the device after you solved the puzzle. It sounded rather like something sliding open. Do you see anything that could have made that noise? Yeah, that's true. Ah, yes, one more thing. I heard a sound from behind the shutter. Perhaps the coffin is unlocked now? What? Alright, fine. I'll open it. Okay, Junpei, you can do this. It's just a box. It's just a box. Oh, holy shit. This is a coffin. There's going to be something horrible in there. I just know it. Okay, okay. Deep breaths. Here we go. Bruh. Oh man, there's nobody in there. Shit, can't believe I was scared of something like that. What do you mean nobody? Were you expecting something to be in there? Yeah, it's a long story. Ask Junpei about it sometime. Well, just like Seven said, there's nobody in there. There is something in there though. Well, 2 somethings actually. What is that? A key? So we've got a new plate with an emblem on it and the Neptune key. Yes, we finally found it. Now we can get through the hallway. That's correct, Clover, but we do need to get out of this room first, you know? Yeah, I know. Okay, let's get the hell out of here as quickly as possible. I don't have any objections to that. I don't think we'll use the Neptune key in this room. It's really important though, so I'll keep it in my pocket for now. As far as the other thing goes. Off an emblem. Nice. Thanks for the straining grunts. You're welcome. Okay. Back to the computer. We can keep going. Damn, this puzzle looks a lot like the last one. Looks like the rules are the same, though. Don't you think you should double check it? Come on, this is the third time I've done this. It'll be fine. So this, if you can't think of anything clever, please don't strain yourself. You might hurt something. Ah, shut up! Just give me a break, alright? I'll think of something. 7 and 7, huh? Okay, so I can't use 3. Let's see here. 7, 8, 6, maybe? That would be 3, which should be then... That would leave 3, so that's 13. 1 plus 3 is 4. Plus 8, that would be 6, 2. That'd be 3. So then I could just add a 4 to that. But then I don't have enough for this. There's actually just going to be 3 numbers. 3 numbers to make up each of these. So what 2 combinations can I use to get... Once I figure out one combination, the other combination has to be the other one. So what's one combination to get 7? We could do 4, 6 to get 10. And then... No, we could do 5, and then we could do... No. We could do 2 and 7, maybe, to get 9. And then we could add 8 to it. That would be 2, 7, 8, which would be 9 plus 8, which is going to be 17. No. 2 plus that would be 3, which would then be 13. Plus 4, 10. It should be 17. It should be 8. This is actually somewhat difficult. What's the combination here? 7, 5, 4. That would be 9. It's that. Look at that. And then we should have this. Oops. Nice. Excellent work, Junpei. You've only got 1 left. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Only indentation left is the one with the waffle pattern. Let's see what happens when I put the emblem of the coffin into this indentation. This is the 4th one. This puzzle looks like that last couple. I think this is probably the last one. Once we solve this puzzle, I'm sure something will happen. Alright, I'll solve it in no time. Okay, so I've got very few options. 1, 2, 3, 1... Wait, in fact, I can't solve this puzzle. Wait. Does I have to have at least 3, right? Sorry, let me close my Facebook really quick. Oops. Let me close. Oh, please tell me it isn't gonna... Okay, phew! I thought it was gonna break. Okay. Let's see, let's go... How do I do this? There's only 5, right? And I have to have at least 3 for each one, don't I? Am I crazy? How do I do this? I guess let's do this for now, and then, I don't know, 7, 8, 2? Combination will not open the door. Damn it, I just don't get this at all. The rules are displayed on this screen. Maybe I should read it again. Touching a numbered ball after selecting an area will cause that ball to move to that area. However, you cannot move the red balls. You can only move 3 to 5 balls into a single area. Press the check button once you have moved all of the balls except for the red ones, which you cannot move. The digital root of the balls in an area must match the number for that area. Okay. I guess I don't have to have 3? Question mark? Let's do 5, 7, which would be 3, 12. That's 3. That's not gonna work. We could do that. There's only a couple of combinations that will get us this, though. Eight, 4, and 5. That would be 8. This was a little dumb in your opinion. That would be 12, 3. Okay, that works. Right? That works, doesn't it? 8 plus 5. That would be 13. 1 plus 1. 13. Yeah, right? 2. Yeah, 3. That's 13. That's 4 plus 4 equals 8. cannot use this number. Cannot use this number. Cannot use this number. Cannot use this number. Huh? Am I missing something here that I'm supposed to find in the room, or is this just a weird, like, what's going on with this one? How do I do this? I'm confused as to how this works. You can give me a hint if you would like. Don't need another piece. Well, in theory, this should work then, right? 9 doesn't need anything? What? 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 Why, though? Why? What? I would never have guessed that. What? Why does that work? Huh? Where did that noise come from? Underneath the keyboard? Way to go, Junpei. You answered all the questions. Damn, Junpei, good job. Yeah, did you hear something just now? Yes, I heard that as well. From the bottom left corner of the desk, I believe. I guess, but like that doesn't... I don't know. There's something in the drawer.
A picture.
Oh no, in the drawer was a single picture. He picked it up. It was a photograph of 4 men.
What the?
Involuntarily, Junpei's eyebrow shot up. He'd seen 3 of them before.
What the hell is this?
Huh?
This man with a mustache on the right. He's the same
Yes,
guy
I was right.
found
Okay.
murdered in the captain's quarters. He had
Huh?
a 0 bracelet on his left arm. And this second man with the glasses and a doctor's coat. He's the 9th man. The one with bracelet number 9. He died after he went into door 5. But this guy, the one in the striped suit.
Who's that guy? Who's that guy?
Oh man, that's Ace.
Yeah.
We don't know that in this one, huh?
No doubt about it.
7 and Clover had come to peer over Junpei's shoulders.
But what does it mean? What is Ace doing in this picture? Not only Ace, the 9th man and Cap too.
As Junpei looked closer, he noticed the expression on each man's face. Their smile suggested that they were close, at least to some degree.
They look happy, like they knew each other well. Why? How? How in the world are these 4 men connected?
Yeah, we didn't even know that they're Cradle Pharmaceuticals. Snake's voice broke into Junpei's thoughts.
You say Ace is in that picture?
Yeah, it doesn't look like it was taken recently though. Ace, the 9th man, and Cap all look about 10 years younger.
Ah, so the 9th man and the man you found murdered in the captain's quarters are also in the picture?
Yeah.
Is there anyone else? Or are there only 3 people in the picture? I'm afraid I can't see it.
No, there's one more guy. He's got kinda long hair, he looks smart but a little cold. He's the only one I don't recognize.
Probably the one who died. Got blew up. Snake knit his eyebrows.
What's the date of the photograph?
It doesn't have one.
Did you look on the back?
Back?
Yes, the reverse. The other side.
Junpei flipped the picture over.
Huh.
There it was. To be precise, it wasn't a date, but it was certainly significant. He wrote it out loud so that Snake would not be left in the dark.
Praying for the success of the Nonary project with Nijisaki, Kubota, and Musashido.
Nonary Project, Nijisaki, Hobuta, Musashido. Junpei immediately flipped the picture back over.
Then the 4 men in this picture were the organizers of the Nonary game 9 years ago.
Since Hongo wasn't mentioned, Junpei figured that could only mean he'd written the words on the back
That
himself.
means Ace, the 9th man, and Cap were all responsible for making it happen. But I feel like I should be more shocked about this. It's almost as if that's just how things were always supposed to be.
As their true identities did not come as a surprise, was what Junpei found most surprising.
Why am I not surprised? Ace was the one in charge of the Nonary project. But why? Why am I so calm? It's like I already knew.
Ah, of course. I understand now.
Junpei looked over at Snake. In his own confusion, he had missed the dark look on the other man's face.
Ace was the CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals. He was the one who invented the game 9 years ago. He was Gentaro Hongo.
Ace is Hongo?
Even as he asked, Junpei felt as though he'd already known. Almost as if someone had whispered into his head that, yes, of course Ace was Hongo.
I had my suspicions from the beginning. Their voices were similar. Too similar to be a coincidence. I could never forget his voice. It was the voice of the devil. I couldn't be sure though. After all, I had no way to check. I certainly couldn't ask him. Even if I had known, however, I would never have told you. Zero made it quite clear what would have happened if I did.
Oh my gosh, I had no idea.
Huh?
I didn't know that Ace was Hongo.
Oh, yes. I suppose you wouldn't have. 9 years ago. You were in Building Q in Nevada, but Hongo was in the Gigantic with us.
I know. That's why I didn't know what Hongo looked like. But why? Why didn't you tell me?
Did she know what any of the pharmaceutical leaders looked like?
I mean, I'm your sister, right? You could have told me.
I'm sorry. I apologize for keeping this from you. But if I'd told you, Clover, you would have told everyone else. And
It's
if you
true.
did, then I would have been forced to tell them about what happened 9 years ago. I had to prevent that.
Clover and Snake's conversation wasn't of particular interest to Junpei. He still couldn't make sense out of his strange feelings of knowledge. He was trying to organize his thoughts when he heard Seven's voice.
Hey, Junpei. You think I could borrow that picture for a sec?
Sure.
He had no reason to say no, so Junpei handed the picture over. They got kidnapped and dumped back out without anyone knowing, really. Seven stared at the picture and began to mutter the 4 names of the project's leaders over and over to himself.
Hongo, Kubota, Nijisaki, Musashiro.
His brow was furrowed and his face was flushed.
Kubota, Nijisaki, Musashiro.
He chanted their names to himself, pacing back and forth across the floor.
Hongo, Kubota, Nijisaki, Musashiro.
Seven shouldn't have known their names. After all, he hadn't been there when Junpei and Snake had spoken of them in the library. But as Junpei watched him pace, it was clear that he did know them.
Seven, do you?
Shut it. Just be quiet.
His eyes were red, and Junpei could see sweat beginning to bead on his
I'm
forehead.
this close to remembering. This close.
He was sweating heavily now, but his lips were dry.
Kubota, Nijisaki, Musashiro. Cradle Pharmaceuticals. Nonary Project.
Then he stopped. Seven set down the picture and looked at the red light near his feet. His eyes narrowed, and suddenly his eyes went wide and he shot up straight.
Shit.
What?
What's wrong?
Holy shit, this is nuts.
What's nuts?
I remember
Remember what?
everything.
Everything?
Everything!
Yeah, I remember all of it. My memory's back. I remember what happened before I got snatched.
Seven's voice was filled with excitement.
What?
Shock and excitement had frozen Junpei in place, along with Snake and Clover.
Let me tell you what happened.
Seven hastily drew a shaking hand across his mouth and began to
Like
speak.
Snake said, Ace is Hongo from the right. The other 3 are Musashiro, Nijisaki, and Kubota. Musashiro was the man with the cash. Nijisaki was Hongo's right-hand man. And Kubota developed the actual technical details of the experiments.
Realization began to dawn on Junpei, along with a pressing
How
question.
do you know all this?
Come on, man, I told you, I finally got my memory back.
No, that's not what I mean. I'm trying to ask you why you knew all this stuff in the first place, before you forgot it.
Seven rubbed the scar on his shin.
Really want to know?
Of course.
Me too.
Snake was the only one who didn't voice any sort of agreement. It looked to Junpei as if he was simply waiting to see where Seven's sudden recovery might take them.
This is gonna take a while. Hell, it'll probably take me a good 3 days to tell you everything.
Well, we don't have 3 days.
Just give us the short version, alright?
Short version, huh?
The big man pulled off his hat and scratched his head. He made a face and put his hat back
All right,
on.
Fine, I'll give it a shot. No promises, though.
Junpei and Clover nodded earnestly.
I'm a detective. It's a little awkward to say this about myself, but you could probably consider me a lone wolf type. I hold my own code, because I think doing what's right is more important than doing what you're told. That's why I followed
Yeah,
my gut that
I
night.
agree.
A slim lead brought me to the wharf. It was 9 years ago. The wharf had been cold as fuck, and I could barely see squat. I was investigating a mess of kidnappings, all of them children. It all had one thing in common: a history of visits to one particular hospital. A hospital under the management of Cradle Pharmaceuticals. And my investigation had turned up evidence that Cradle had been involved in the kidnap. After a little sweet talking, I managed to finally get a real lead from someone inside Cradle. My source told me this.
Tonight, a ship is set to take the children to a large passenger liner docked offshore.
So I headed to the wharf. From the shadows, I searched the harbor until I found the ship he was talking about. There was a bunch of movement there. Men in black suits, many of them carrying large bags.
Is this all stuff that I already know? No, okay. I guess maybe not.
There was something about the way they moved as they were carried. No doubt about it. There were human beings in those bags. I moved before I realized it. I came out of hiding with my gun already in my hand.
Don't move.
I felt metal touch the back of my head.
Drop the gun.
Beeping? Oh, I will be right back. I'm gonna go deal with a bit of food in the oven. One sec. All right, I'm back. Welcome back.
I could kill you right now. It'd be easy to get away with it, too. Just tie an anchor to your feet, and no one will find you for a week. Now, what you want? The fish here would love a meal. I kept digging the cold metal thing into my skull. There was nothing I could do.
Thank you.
I did what he said and laid my gun on the ground.
We got a little vegan turkey thing from Trader Joe's, and it smells pretty good.
Then suddenly, there was a sharp pain in my neck. A needle. A drug. That was my last thought. My face hit cold concrete. I was out like a light after that. I woke up on a hard floor. Damn it.
I think I might skip through some of this because I know all this already.
Small, shabby. A toilet. I had seen a I'm in a cell facing the toilet. It was still pretty woozy. I pushed him.
I'm pretty sure this is the exact same story that I heard in a different ending.
Not like I expected much else. Threw myself against the door. I knew it. I gave up and made my Huh. I sat there for a Then, the voice was far away, but I could. It was pretty high. Huh? No. Where? I pressed my... No.
I'm surprised that it doesn't let me skip this, to be honest with you. I know it's technically a new like context, but it's the same exact story.
And the bed I dropped, but I hold on. But then tonight. Whoa. It didn't matter. I checked out. I stuck my finger. And then.
And then I creamed in my pants. Anyway.
I finally got the damn thing. Sweat was dripping down my face. The first wind up, I went from crawling like a... I'd been in the thing long enough to start wondering where it'd take me. A massive sound nearly scared the piss out of me. Then, there was...
But this might be new. Hold on. This might be new. And when I'd been hitting the thing long enough to start wondering where to take me... Okay, hold on. The first bit or so was tight. I had to wiggle in my belly. It widened up eventually, and there was some space for me to crawl along on my hands and knees. I went from crawling like a worm into dirt to skittering like a bug. Couldn't say it was much better, but I'd take what I could get. And when I'd been in the thing long enough to start wondering where to take me, a massive sound nearly scared the piss out of me. It was like a heavy metal door had just been slammed shut. And there was a voice.
What? I wasn't sure what it meant, but anything with incinerator is bad news. Then, almost as if that was a cue, I heard a mess of young-sounding voices. A bunch of them were straight up screaming in terror.
Bro.
All the sounds together made a howl that made the hair on my neck stand straight up. Damn it! What the hell is going on here? I scrambled through the duct as fast as I could. I made a giant racket, but I didn't care at that point. I soon found a metal door on the left side of the duct. The kids were screaming on the other side. I found it. I yanked the handle and threw the door open. I almost ripped the metal off its hinges. What the hell is this place? I couldn't believe what I saw. The room had a dome up top. And there had to be about 9 walls, all the same size.
Hey, I feel like we saw this image, but we didn't really get the detail, if I recall correctly.
Almost like a chimney. I looked down. There they were. The kids I'd been searching for. They all gawked up at me, suddenly silent. For the moment, I'm surprised.
Like I feel like we saw the picture, but then like he lost his memory. He wasn't able to remember anymore at that point.
Me, I couldn't tell. Probably both, actually. Not like I can blame them running into a mug like this when they're already scared shitless. I snorted and
That snake?
myself and turned to the kids. Don't worry, kids. I'm not your enemy. I'm one of the good guys. All of them stood there, frozen.
That looks like Akane.
Well, except one. He was a boy, slightly older than the others, in a private school uniform.
Who the hell are you?
He stepped forward and glared at me.
What do you mean no? This is definitely Snake.
I'm a detective. I'm here to rescue you. It looked like they relaxed some the second I got the words out.
How are you gonna help us?
Where's the exit?
There isn't one. The doors we came in through won't open, and the door over there...
He kind of cut himself off. I think he was considerate.
Sorry, am I saying Snake? I meant Santa. My bad.
Anyway, there's no point. We can't all get out of here. If we don't get out of here, we're gonna be burned to death.
Burned to death?
Can't you hear it? That voice said the incinerator's gonna start up soon. So...
The voice spoke again.
Incineration will begin in 15 minutes.
They only had 15 minutes. I looked back down at the kids. Looks like a good 20 or 30 feet to the floor. No way I could pull them up. Too big of a distance for any of us to reach. What the hell was I gonna do? But then I got an idea. Wait right there. I'm gonna be right back.
What? Where is he going? Are you just gonna leave us here?
Yeah, I think this one's Snake. That's Akane. And then here's Santa.
They just got frightened again. I'm not the best at that kind of thing, but I tried to reassure them with a smile. Don't worry, all right? I'll be back, I promise. So just stay calm and wait right there. I didn't wait to hear them respond. There wasn't time. I had to hurry. Well, as fast as a guy could on his hands and knees. Didn't take me long to get back to my cell. Still no way out of there, but I had a plan. I needed something from the room. When I got it, I dove back into the hole and took off towards the incinerator. Then... Sorry to keep you waiting, guys. I tipped out the doorway and dropped down the rope I brought with me. Back in the cell, I'd torn the bed sheets into strips and tied them together to make a rope. Sloppy, but it got the job.
I really had to piss, so I ran back to the toilet. Then I came back.
All right, just tie that around yourself, okay? I'll pull you up one at a time.
Right.
Huh. Wait a sec. Something was off. There were more of you before. Where'd the rest of you go? The boy in the uniform answered.
I let them go on ahead. We opened the number 9 door and they left.
What? You're telling me you opened that door?
That's what I said.
Then what the hell are you doing here?
We couldn't go with them.
Why not?
Look, the only people who can go through the numbered door...
He was in the middle of explaining.
Incineration will begin in 5 minutes.
The wall shook a bit from the voice bouncing around.
Look, that can wait, all right? Just get us out of here.
Right! I grabbed onto the rope. The first one I pulled up was a girl with a ponytail. Next was a girl with a red necktie. A boy in a jacket came after. He said he'd climb up on his own. The boy in the uniform was the last up. Like the other kid, he climbed up the rope himself. He looked pretty scrawny, but I guess he was stronger than he looked. He moved fast, but when he was almost to me, we heard some knocking. Everyone looked at the door. It had a thick, square window set into it. On the other side, an angry face was staring in.
God damn it! What's going on here? Why is the room empty? Where the hell are those fucking kids?
Ace, you fucking rat!
The door opened, and a man stepped in looking half mad with fury. I recognized his face. I saw him many times in photos during my investigation. The man's name was Gintaro Hongo, the CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals. Hongo saw the boy hanging from the rope. Yeah!
There's something very poetic about him dying in that one in the safe ending.
Hurry!
I know!
The boy in the uniform booked it up the rope.
You son of a bitch! Get back here, you little shit!
15 feet. 10. The second I could reach the kid, I grabbed him. I hauled him up and tossed him into the duct behind me.
No! No!
Hongo had lost it. His face didn't even look human. It was like the bastard pulled off his fake face. He was really a terrifying devil or some kind of damn monster. I quickly reeled in the rope, leaving a furious Hongo yelling at me from the floor.
You fucking bastard! You won't get away with this! How dare you compromise this experiment!
Experiment? What experiment?
Incineration will begin in 1 minute.
Hey, old man! What the hell are you doing? Hurry up!
The boy in the uniform was trying to get my attention. I may have thrown a salute in the raging asshole's face before I closed the door. We were going back to the cell, so we went down the other direction instead. After about 30 feet, we came across another duct on the left. This one was heading down. When he nodded, we took turns sliding down it. The duct emptied us out into a narrow hallway. There was a door on either side. The one on the left was a normal double door. But the one on the right, it had black and yellow stripes, and a device next to it on the wall. The plate on it read, Incinerator. Incinerator?
Yeah, That's where we were.
It was the girl with the red tie who answered me. You were inside an incinerator?
Yeah. Hongo might still be there. It looks like it's been shut off, though.
Wait, what? If he's still in there...
Yeah. That's not good.
That meant we're better. We gotta get out of here. Go to the other door, hurry! The kids started running, and I was close on their heels. On the other side of the door was a large spiral staircase. Run! Didn't need to tell them twice. Up, and up, and up. Feet pounding the steps. Our arms pumping fast. Round, round, round. The devil was in our tail. The stairway kept going. We passed a couple of landings when the boy in the uniform suddenly spoke.
Something's up. Akane's not catching up to us.
Akane?
My kid's sister. The girl with the red necktie.
What?
Akane. That's strange. I didn't remember seeing that name on the list of missing kids.
Hey! Akane!
He kept his hands around his mouth and yelled.
Maybe we outran her.
The boy in the uniform skidded to a stop. I stopped too. So did the other two kids. When did we do that?
Well, we passed a couple big rooms on the way here. Maybe she took a rest in one of them?
No, that's impossible.
Sorry, Grandpa. You keep going. I gotta go look for her downstairs.
He turned to go. Hey, kid, wait! Damn it, I said wait! I don't think the kid even heard me. Fuck! I spun around to the boy in the jacket, a girl with a ponytail. I'm going after him. You two keep going, all right? You got it? The girl nodded and ran up the stairs. But the boy...
I'm going with you.
I didn't have time to argue. I just nodded and took off down the stairs. I could hear him following me. We ran all the way to the bottom floor, calling for her. Akane was nowhere to be found.
God damn it, where the hell did she go?
I could tell the kid was frustrated. And then suddenly...
Help me! Somebody help me!
We heard a girl's voice.
Akane!
The boy in the uniform threw open the door and leapt into the hallway by the incinerator. We rushed in after him. I couldn't for the life of me believe what we were seeing. That bastard Hongo had Akane by the arm and was forcing her into the incinerator. Come on, goddammit, move!
No, I don't want to! Let me go, please! Let go of me!
She planted her feet squarely on the floor and was struggling to get away. But Hongo was bigger and stronger. She wasn't gonna win.
I effing hate this guy.
Akane!
My brother roared with anger and charged toward Hongo.
Help me!
Ah! You're too late, idiot! Hongo lifted Akane bodily into the air and threw her, still fighting her, into the incinerator.
Ah!
Before we could even blink, Hongo had leapt through the door after her. We saw him land inside. And then, the door slammed shut. We ran to the door. We did everything we could think of to get the thing open.
Idiot!
Ah! Fuck! It's no use! The goddamn thing won't move an inch!
So wait, why was if Akane was Santa's kid sister, why was she with him on the ship instead of in the Nevada test facility?
He was close to shattering his knuckles with how hard he pounded on it.
I thought Ace was so cool. Yeah, he definitely has like a cool persona.
Akane! Akane! Are you okay?
Her voice was muffled, but all of us could hear the sheer terror in it.
What should I do? I think I'm trapped in here!
Where's Hongo?
He went out the other door!
What?
Warning. Warning. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged. Automatic incineration will take place in 18 minutes. Please evacuate the incinerator immediately. Repeat. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged.
Are you fucking kidding me? It's the same damn thing!
Are you there?
Yeah, we're here. Just hang on, all right? We're gonna figure out a way to save you.
His words would have seemed like a sick joke to her if she'd been able to see how white and bloodless his face was right then.
Incineration 17.
Please help me! I'm really scared! I don't want to die!
It's gonna be all right. I'll figure something out. I promise. I promise, okay? You hear me? I promise.
It was torture listening to her sobbing on the other side of the door. Her brother was nearly crying himself. He could only stand there, fists clenched so tight his knuckles were white.
What? It was silence. All they could hear was the creaking of the boat as it shifted in the water. They waited and waited, but Seven didn't continue.
What happened then?
Junpei couldn't wait any longer. He had to know. Seven looked at the floor.
Come on, man. Put yourself in my shoes. It doesn't end good. You think I want to remember that?
Then...
Yeah. Shit. If I'd known it was gonna be like this, I almost wish I hadn't remembered.
Seven shook his head, but there was something Junpei had to know.
Hey, are you sure?
Huh?
Look, I don't want to ask this either, but there's something I don't get. So if you could just tell me, did that girl, Akane, really...
Seven stared straight ahead at nothing.
I'm sure. There
We're back at
wasn't
the
anything we
best
could
part.
do. After a while, the countdown ended, and we heard something burning. We
But it couldn't have been Akane, because she's
fire
alive.
stopped, but we still didn't move. Me and the jacket kid were frozen. The boy in the uniform collapsed as if he couldn't hold himself up anymore. A few minutes passed. The door opened. The boy in the uniform tripped over his own feet running in. We followed, too numb to speak. The air in the incinerator was hot. Every breath made my lungs feel like they were on fire. It was like standing on hot asphalt. The air was wavering, and in the middle of the room, there it lay. The kid's legs were shaking so bad, I don't know how he managed to walk. I couldn't see his face, but his body somehow looked empty. Finally, he reached it. He fell to his knees as his legs gave out on him. And then...
Oh, dude, that is a Subaru scream if I've ever heard one. Junpei felt a cold lump form in the pit of his stomach. A feeling of sickening anticipation washed over him. He could feel his body shivering. He desperately did not want to know the answer he feared he knew already, but he had to ask. He had to know for sure.
Can I ask you one more thing?
What's that?
The girl, Akane. What was her last name?
What does it matter to you?
Just tell me, okay? Please?
Seven looked at Junpei curiously and ran his tongue quickly over his dry lips.
Her name was
What?
Akane Kurashiki.
How, though? Something inside of Junpei stopped. He had no more words left. He had no more Junpei left. He was just a shell of flesh and bone. Seven turned to Snake.
You were there that day, weren't you? The tall kid in the jacket. That was you, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. You are correct, Detective.
Junpei's mind was blank, withdrawn from the world. Somewhere far away, he could hear Seven and Snake talking.
Don't misunderstand me. I told you before how Zero threatened me. There was nothing I could do. I couldn't say anything about what happened 9 years ago.
So you're saying you're not working for Zero, right?
Of course not.
Clover, what about you?
Hey, come on! You really think I'm working with Zero? I told you before, you idiot! I was in Nevada, in Building Q. I did hear that a detective rescued the kids on the boat, but I didn't know it was you.
Her surprise seemed to be genuine. Seven regarded Clover for a moment and rubbed his chin.
Well, I guess I believe you. Alright, let
Clover
me ask
nodded.
you another question.
He stuck his hands into his pockets and took a few steps. Then he stopped and turned to face them again.
Santa's real name is Aoi Kurashiki. He's Akane's brother. You know that?
No, I didn't. Did you?
Well, yes. I know Aoi Kurashiki was her brother, but I didn't know he was Santa. At least not from the beginning. 9 years ago, he was in the middle of puberty. His voice is entirely different now. I'm ashamed to say that even my exceptional hearing wasn't able to make that connection. As such, I had no reason to think Santa was Aoi.
When did you figure it out?
Clover told me that Santa might have been one of the subjects of the initial experiment. It was only a short while ago, while we were leaving the library. When she told me that, I had a feeling.
Santa is Aoi, Akane Kurashiki, June's brother?
That spark caught flame in Junpei's leaden mind, and the fog began to clear. Like an engine beginning to turn, images and thoughts began to coalesce in his mind, coming faster and faster, forming bigger images, bigger thoughts. Junpei blinked. He was back.
There's still a lot we don't know. I mean, like a lot. But there is one thing I think we can say we know.
What's that?
The body we found in the shower room. It had to be Nijisaki, dressed up to look like Snake.
What?
Come on, man. What kind of detective are you? You didn't figure that out already?
Hey, go easy on me, man. I just got my memory back, all right?
Come with some slack.
Well, if he is, the 3 murders make sense then.
It's really funny listening to everyone pronounce Aoi's name because they go Aoi instead of just going Aoi, like a normal person. Well, it's Japanese. Aoi.
Yeah, that's right. Murder. Kubota blew himself up, but that was murder too. So why did these murders take place?
It just makes sense then, don't they?
If Junpei is correct, and the body in the shower room was Nijisaki's, that means all of the people who were murdered were involved with the creation of the Nonary Project. Kubota,
Yeah, actually, though,
the person
yeah.
who conducted the actual experiments.
Because like in Japanese, A is a letter, O is it's a letter. It's a hiragana symbol. A is a symbol, O is a symbol, and I is a symbol. It's literally 3 different individual symbols that you pronounce individually. It was Aoi, the person who conducted the actual experiments.
Nijisaki, Hongo's assistant. Musashido, the man who financed the project.
You mean this was all just revenge? Santa is Zero. He's getting revenge for the death of his sister. That's why he killed them.
No,
And that makes
I
sense.
don't think Santa actually murdered anyone.
In fact, Junpei didn't think, he knew. Oh? He couldn't explain why or how, but he had no doubt that Santa had killed no one. Perhaps the madness of the last several hours was finally driving him insane, but Junpei had ceased to be surprised at his sudden knowledge and had even begun to accept it.
If I'm right, then it's not hard to figure out who the next victim's gonna be, is it? I'm pretty sure I don't have to tell you.
But we know that Ace killed Nijisaki. I'm assuming that implies that Ace also killed Cap, but I don't know when he would have had the chance to do that. He killed the 9th man.
Yes.
Yep.
Right.
So he's using his own, I forget what the disability is called with the face thing. He's using that against him to make him kill his own friends. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. Snake, Clover, and Seven all
The
nodded.
next target will be Gentaro Hongo.
The person who planned the Nonary Project.
And he took him with him.
Ace.
There's a moment of silence,
What?
and then the room shook. From far away, they heard the sudden rush of water.
What the hell's going on here?
As you took too long talking, you gotta
It
go.
must be 6 a.m. Our time is up.
Shit!
Come on, we need to get out of here.
How?
In the drawer that had held the picture was a key card. Junpei grabbed it.
I'm betting this sucker opens the exit. Come on.
This
let's
sucker. Prosopagnosia. Yeah. New material has been added to the file screen. Keycard 0. Let me just, guys, hold on. Let me check my files really quick. So I'm gonna save really fast. Guys, hold on. I'm checking my files. Not a clip from the study. Wait, that's not it. A picture taken 9 years ago. You guys are really excited. Alright, let's just swipe this card. Junpei, look! It's unlocked! Yeah, now we can go back to the library. Hurry up, Junpei, we don't have time. Let's go! Alright, let's go. You found it. The door opened and they stumbled into the library, gained all memories of escape in
The
999.
shaking stopped.
It would seem so, but we are yet to be out of danger.
Excuse me,
You're right.
disgusting. Ew.
Let's hurry.
They ran across the hallway,
This exit needs the Uranus card too.
straight for the large middle door. Next to the door was the Uranus card reader.
Hey, Junpei.
Yeah, I know.
They slid the keycard through and the door rumbled open.
It's open. Let's go.
I mean, there's a very direct time crunch now. Out of the library and into the hallway they ran. At the end of the hallway was a door. Junpei reached into his pocket to pull out the keys. He ran toward it.
Okay, Neptune key. Let's see if you work.
He turned it.
Yes! I think it unlocked.
The lock clicked. As one, they shoved the door open and poured through it. Okay, in front of them was another great middle door. Above it was a middle plaque.
It says incinerator. So this is the incinerator.
This is the first time I've seen it from this side, but yeah, I think so.
Then there ought to be a lever near the door.
Yeah, right here.
Junpei ran up to it.
Pull that and the door should open.
Got it.
As he spoke, he pulled the lever. The motor in the door groaned as it slowly ground open. There was no time to waste. As soon as the door had opened far enough to admit them, all four dashed through. Then suddenly, there before them were the four who they'd parted from earlier. Ace and Lotus stood in front of the number 9 door. Santa was curled into a ball against the wall of the incinerator, holding his stomach, and then there was June. She sat slumped against the wall, exhausted.
What the hell is going on?
Junpei ran toward June. He skidded to a stop in front of her and knelt down.
What's wrong? Are you okay?
Her face was pale and her lips dry. When she spoke, he could barely hear her.
You came to get me.
Of course I did. I made a promise.
I'm so glad you're here. So glad.
She mumbled the same words over and over, weakly. Junpei could feel his heart breaking.
What happened to you?
I'm fine. I just fainted. I wasn't feeling very good. I'm feeling a lot better now, though.
Are you sure?
Yes. I just need to rest a little longer. I'm sure I'll be fine. You
Yeah,
shouldn't
so many
worry
death
about
flags.
me.
He was looking towards Santa. Junpei turned to look as well.
Santa.
Santa grimaced, his face contorted in pain. Seven grabbed him by the collar and roared at him.
Hey, where is it? Where's the gun? You hide it somewhere?
Despite himself, a grunt of pain escaped Santa's lips as Seven shook him.
Don't have it. I got sucker punched and they took the gun.
What? Who took it?
What? Isn't that obvious?
I took the gun.
Whoa! And we're back! And we're back, gamers! We're back! He did indeed have the revolver in his hand. It was pressed against Lotus's temple. Ace had her pinned to him with the other arm, and she was shaking visibly. Her fiery attitude was gone, replaced by fear. She didn't dare speak. There was sweat on her forehead. When her eyes weren't flicking up to the gun pressed against her, they seemed to desperately want to say something.
So what the hell do you think you're doing, Ace? Or maybe I ought to say Gentaro Hongo, CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals?
Seven's deep baritone rumble shook the walls. Ace sneered.
You have me at a disadvantage, and I don't like that. You know me, but I don't know you. Do you have any idea how much I've suffered? Can you even begin to understand my pain?
Shut up,
Pain
dude.
of prosopagnosia, right?
Junpei's voice was casual, or at least it was trying to be.
Another irritating insect. And how do you know that?
Good question.
Junpei couldn't say. He just knew. Another unexplainable mystery.
No matter. If you don't want to answer, it makes no difference to me. This is a waste of time anyway. It's time for me to go.
Behind Ace, Junpei could see the red. It was placed in the small indentation on the wall. Quickly, Ace placed his hand on the scanner.
First is 1. Give me your hand.
It beeped, and he forced Lotus's hand onto it as well.
8. And with this,
Then at last, he reached into the pocket of his jacket. He pulled something out and pressed it against the panel. The third asterisk appeared on the red. The thing he had used for the final verification was the bracelet with the number 9.
The 9th man. Kubota's bracelet.
1 plus 8 plus 9 equals 18.
I believe I've won this game.
A smirk made Junpei's blood
I've had
boil.
quite a time playing with you. I must thank Zero, I suppose.
Wait, what? Ace doesn't know who Zero is.
Junpei's eyes flicked towards Santa. He hadn't moved since they'd entered the room. Santa was still holding his stomach and groaning as if in immense pain. Junpei wasn't sure if it was real pain, but he wasn't sure it wasn't either.
What the hell are you planning, Santa?
Okay, here's a theory that I have here. My theory is that nobody else has bombs in their stomach except for Ace and the Ninth Man.
At any rate, this game ends now. I will escape, and the rest of you will have a slightly less pleasant ending. I suggest you enjoy your final moments. Goodbye. Wait!
Ace, of course, paid no heed to Seven's request and laid hold of the lever on the red. With a sickening sense of finality, he pulled it. Yeah, and Nijisaki.
What? Why isn't it opening? One more time.
Lotus tried to take advantage of Ace's confusion and managed to twist herself out of his grasp, but at the last second, he grabbed hold of her wrist and shoved it onto the red.
Open.
He waved the number 9 bracelet over the red and then his own bracelet as well. He pulled the lever a second time. What? Oh, sorry. My effing Foundry backup just started.
No! What is this?
Okay, so the Ninth Man's bracelet is really a 6.
The digital route should be 9! It has to be 9! Then why? Why isn't it opening?
As if the game needed more lag. Stop. Ace's fury and confusion had overridden all of the thoughts. He had set down the revolver. It was just below the red. Seven chose that moment to act. He moved far faster than a man of his bulk should have been able to, and he launched that bulk straight at Ace. Let's go, dude! It was over before they knew it. In the blink of an eye, Ace was on the floor. He rolled onto his side, groaning in pain. Lotus ran straight for Junpei. She darted around behind him, and he stuck her head out, making sure to keep Junpei between herself and Ace.
Oh, that was close. Too close. Thank you, Seven.
Don't mention it.
I effing love Seven, dude. Seven stood over Ace, his breathing slow and heavy.
Just one punch ain't enough for this piece of shit. After what he did 9 years ago, I ought to rip him to pieces. But if a suspect can't talk, they ain't much good. Once he's locked up in a cell, we're gonna have a little chat.
9 years ago?
Then you must be. Yeah, you finally figured it out, dumbass.
Ace planted his hands on the floor and shook his head. Junpei walked toward him. He stopped and looked down at Ace with pity on his face.
You killed Kubota, Nijisaki, and Musashido, didn't you?
Wait, Nijisaki?
He peered at Junpei, genuinely confused.
Oh, right. You don't know yet. All right. We'll just go through them in order then. Let's start off with Kubota. You talked to Kubota and managed to convince him to go into door 5 alone. You killed him without making it look like you killed him. The way I figure it, you had 4 motives. 1. In the nonary game, the number 9 is dangerous. Whoever had the 9 bracelet could join whatever team they wanted.
Wait. Is he gonna use the same thing where he he says the same thing again?
The digital route.
Motive 4, you really wanted the 9 bracelet.
Which means that number 9 could do whatever they wanted. You wanted to remove that threat as soon as possible. 2. You wanted the number 9 bracelet for yourself, so that you could make use of its power. In fact, you did use it in the murder of Nijisaki. 3. Even if his number hadn't been 9, Kubota was a problem. He knew your past. He knew what had happened 9 years before. You needed to silence him before he told anyone. 4. But last, and perhaps the most disturbing, you used Kubota as a test. You wanted to know how serious this nonary game was.
Okay, no, he did actually use a different set of reasoning.
Simply a harmless prank. You convinced him to break the rules so you could see what would happen. That was why you killed Kubota. But he was only the first. Next was Nijisaki. While everyone was off looking for the missing parts for the Reds, you ran into Nijisaki near the big hospital room. However, because of your prosopagnosia, you didn't realize he was Nijisaki. Chiefly because, when you met him, he was dressed like Snake. That was why you thought Nijisaki was Snake.
No, that's not... That was Nijisaki? Why? How did...
I'll get to that. Anyway, you thought he was Snake. Snake was one of the kids in your experiment 9 years ago. You remembered him because he was the blind kid, but his presence
blind
made you
kid.
think. Snake was one of my subjects 9 years ago. He probably hates me. But if that's true, why isn't he saying anything? Is he keeping quiet because he can't see? Or perhaps he's working with Zero to get revenge on me? Whatever the reason, anyone who knows my past is a threat. Before he tries anything, I need to get rid of him. That was when you decided you had to kill him. The murder weapon was Kubota's bracelet. You just waved it over the red. Verified your own number and then grabbed Nijisaki's arm and forced it over the scanner panel. Then, when the door opened, you kicked him in. 9 seconds later, the door closed. And then 81 seconds passed. And poor Nijisaki was dead.
And you mean to say Snake is still alive?
Sorry to disappoint you, but I'm as good as new. Thank you for killing the wrong man, but I can't say I like knowing that you wanted me dead. Although, to be honest, even if you hadn't tried to kill me, I would still hate you very much.
Well, I wouldn't blame you.
Ace's self-derision was frustrating, but Junpei kept his emotions in check and continued.
Last but not least, let's talk about Musashido's death.
Yeah, how did he kill him?
Clover and I were investigating the chart room. You came over to talk to me. Do you remember what you said?
Oh, a pocket watch. Might I take a look at it?
I handed it to you, and you left the room. You had been in charge of the Nonary project. Of course, you would have known the solution to every puzzle, which would mean that you also knew how to get out of the wheelhouse. All you had to do was place the watch in the indentation on the door.
Ah, interesting. Okay.
With the door open, you could enter the captain's quarters. Musashido was there. Conveniently placed next to him was an axe that practically begged you to kill him with it. You picked up that axe and buried the blade deep in the other man's
Okay, but
chest.
why? Oh, because he had the Zero bracelet.
One
Oh.
blow was all it took. And then you returned to the chart room as if nothing had happened.
He thought he was Zero.
There was something I wanted to speak with you about, Junpei. Could you come with me for a moment?
I had no reason to say no, so I followed you to the wheelhouse. When we stepped inside, remember how you slipped your hand into my vest? You pulled out a piece of paper, the one I used to cheat during the vote. But that wasn't really what you were after. Your true purpose had been to slip the watch into my pocket. It wasn't a very good plan. Had way too many holes, and someone saying the wrong thing could have brought it all down around you. You must have been desperate. But what made you willing to risk it all to do it? Ace.
That was another thing Junpei hadn't been able to figure out.
Musashido's murder is the only one I don't understand. You obviously did it. But why?
Because of this.
Slowly, Ace reached down and pulled something out of his pocket. It was a folded piece
What's
of
with the
paper.
Just read it.
Junpei took it and opened it.
See?
This is what it said.
Number 1. There are 2 ways you might survive this ordeal. The first is to win the Nonary game. The second is for you to confess your sins of 9 years past. I have prepared a camera in the captain's quarters. The images captured by that camera will be streamed through a satellite and distributed across the world. Simply look into the camera and repent. Once you have confessed everything, I will release you from this ship. To make your confession more credible, I have left you a witness in the captain's quarters. Perhaps he will confess with you. The decision is yours. Do as you please, Zero.
When I awoke in that room on D-Deck, I found that in my pocket. That was why I chose door 1 when we voted. If I went through that door, I knew I could get to the captain's quarters. As you said, I knew how to enter the wheelhouse. My plan was to find the pocket watch before anyone else. If I could, then my alibi would be set. At least, that was the plan. Unfortunately for me, you got to it first. That sleight of hand was the best I could manage on short notice.
You meant to kill him from the beginning then? Musashido, I mean.
I only knew Musashido was the witness after I reached the captain's quarters. I asked him, and he answered. He seemed groggy. Perhaps he had only just awoken from sedation. I suppose Nijisaki was in much the same state. He seemed confused and disoriented when I encountered him. But yes, you are correct. I intended
true.
to kill him from the beginning. even though I didn't know who he was.
I think Junpei's sudden intelligence here comes in because of like all the layering of the different realities coming
I
into him.
proceeded to the captain's quarters in order to remove this so-called witness.
Ace had confessed everything. What energy he had left him with him. He had left him with... What energy he had left him with the truth, and he sagged on his knees. Although he had confessed, his sins were not forgiven. Junpei felt revulsion for the pathetic man on the floor near his feet, but in among the revulsion was a hint of pity. After all, Ace had not been the only person who murdered those 3 men. Junpei spoke quietly.
You figured it out, haven't you? You were being manipulated.
Yes, so it would seem. I was little more than a puppet, in many ways. Everywhere I went, everything was already prepared. The Reds in the large hospital room were dismantled. Nijisaki was dressed like Snake. There was an axe in the captain's quarters. Musashido was delirious from the anesthetic, so he couldn't fight back. Nijisaki as well. In retrospect, I can't understand how I could have fallen into such a simple trap. But yes, this was a trap. It was Zero's trap. And I fell for it, hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah. By manipulating you, Zero was able to kill 3 people and keep the blood off his own hands. All of this was revenge for what happened 9 years ago. That's why this nonary game happened. Am I right, Santa?
Junpei looked over at Santa. As Junpei spoke, he stood up, his legs still shaky.
Huh? What the hell are you talking about? I don't know any...
Ain't no point trying to play dumb anymore, Santa. Actually, I guess I should call you Aoi Kurashiki, huh?
Seven's face was sad as he spoke.
Memory came back to me, kid. You're Aoi Kurashiki, no doubt about it. Never thought I'd be back in this room talking to you. But hey, I guess this was all part of your plan, right? After all, the person who planned the nonary game this time around was Zero, and Zero's you.
Looks like you really do have your memories back, huh?
Santa's smile was sarcastic and something else.
I guess there's no point in hiding it then, huh? Yeah, you got me. I'm Aoi Kurashiki. I was one of the kids in the nonary game 9 years ago. I made it out. So did Snake over there. But there's one thing... No, I guess there's 2 things you got wrong. Number 1, I ain't Zero.
What?
What?
Wait, what?
Sure, I was helping Zero out, but I'm really more of an assistant, like a secretary. But an assistant's only an assistant. I didn't come up with all this. All I did was follow Zero's orders.
Then, if you're not Zero, who is?
Calm down there, Junpei. Didn't I say 2 things? You made one more mistake, Junpei. You just said all of this was revenge for what happened 9 years ago. That's why this nonary game happened. But that's not it. Revenge isn't the only purpose. There's another reason you guys were playing the nonary game. To save someone.
Save someone?
Right. You were brought here to help my sister, to save Akane.
What the hell are you talking about? Akane Kurashiki died 9 years ago in this room. I was there. I saw...
Suddenly, Seven froze. His eyes went as wide as dinner plates and he spun around towards June. Junpei followed his gaze.
What?
She was gone. Where June had been, there was nothing.
What the hell? Where is she? Where's Akane Kurashiki?
Seven began to mumble to himself, a strange series of words strung together as if his mind wasn't functioning properly. His face was twisted with effort as though he were struggling with something they couldn't see. He gritted his teeth and pressed his hands against the sides of his head.
Oh, my head! My head, it feels like it's gonna pop.
Seven! What the hell is going on?
I don't know. I just... Oh! I swear to God, my head feels like it's about to explode!
From somewhere far away, they all heard a deep, heavy noise. It sounded like a tremendous wheel, slowly beginning to turn. Santa seemed to have entered an almost trance-like state. His words were calm and measured.
What was the nonary project? I'm sure you know already, but I'll tell you one more time. It was a project designed to test a particular phenomenon. And what was that phenomenon? For 2 organisms to communicate with one another in the absence of physical contact. The morphogenetic field theory. Could human beings use these invisible fields to exchange information? That was what this experiment was conducted to determine. There were 2 separate locations. One was the Gigantic, and the other was a building in Nevada called Building Q. The 9 children trapped in Building Q were faced with numerous puzzles, copies of identical ones on the Gigantic. They were told to send their answers into the morphic field set and transmit them to their brothers and sisters on the Gigantic. The transmitters were put in Building Q, and the receivers were put on the Gigantic. Each sibling pair was supposed to be split up, but there was a mistake. Akane was a transmitter. She should have been in Building Q. However, for some reason, she was placed on the Gigantic with the receivers, like me. Perhaps she was mistaken for someone who was supposed to be in Group A. Whatever the case, Akane ended up on the Gigantic. I think I've told you enough. You get it, don't you? I'm pretty sure you know where this is going, Junpei.
Where what is going?
Don't play dumb. You know things you shouldn't. Things you couldn't. How did you know Ace had prosopagnosia? How did you know why Ace wanted to kill Kubota and how Nijisaki was killed? Were you surprised when you found out Ace was Hongo? And what about the coffin Snake was trapped in? How the hell did you open it?
Well, that's...
The answer to that is easy. He knew because I knew. Junpei was receiving information that I sent to him through the morphic field set. It's simple, really. How do I know the alternate futures then? Imagine a river that splits in 2 like an upside-down Y. The river flows from the top to the bottom from a single stream into 2 branches. It only flows in one direction. It can never flow backward. Information is the same way. It moves from the past to the future, but never flows backward. That's why people at the river's source in the past will never know about those downstream in the future. But the people downstream will never know about one another either. Information only flows along the path of the river. But I am different. I can manipulate the morphic field set to pluck knowledge from the future. I know what happens on either fork of the river, even though the people on either fork know nothing about one another. Now, who am I? I am I, the 9th letter of the alphabet. But I am also 0. No, that's not true. I'm not really 0, not yet. Perhaps you could say I am less than 0. 0 is my future. In 9 years, I will be 0. What the F is happening? Where did she go? June. No, Akane, where did you go?
Santa!
Why's Clover? Oh shit.
Freeze.
Santa's got the gun. Guess he picked it up when we weren't watching. Looks like he's turned the tables on Ace though. Wonder how he likes having a gun to his head. Sure isn't about to take that gun off of him for a minute, is he? Ace isn't putting up any kind of fight. I mean, I don't think I would either, but he just looks drained. I guess he's going for the door, huh? He doesn't need to verify to go through that door, but...
Hey, what's your plan, Santa?
I can't turn it off. It switched it over. Hey, what's your plan, Santa? What are you doing? You can't get through any numbered doors with just 2 people. What the hell is he thinking?
Didn't I tell you? I'm Santa Claus. It's time for me to go make a wish come true.
That's it? That's all he's gonna give us? What the hell does that even mean? Shit, they're out. Now the gate's shut. Looks like the rest of us are stuck in here. They're all looking at me. At least Seven's headache is gone. He seems to be alright. Well, I guess there's no harm in trying. See if this door still opens.
Damn. Well, it looks like this door isn't opening anytime soon.
Oh, you mean we're trapped?
So it would seem.
What the hell is Santa trying to do?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, what?
Have you considered where we are? There can really only be one thing Santa would do now.
No. No, you can't be serious.
Oh, but he is. Shit. We've got to do something. Maybe we can still get out through door 9. There's the red. Yeah, alright, we can do this. I've just gotta... No, it's not gonna work. There's no way. 5 of us can't open this door. Is there any combination that'll work?
Junpei, can I borrow your pen and notebook?
Sure, why not? I don't think I'm gonna need them. Ever again. Well, she certainly looks purposeful. Looks like she's writing equations. A lot of them. Huh? Oh man, she doesn't look very happy. What? Hey, don't need to be ripping pages out like that. Jeez!
What the hell are you doing, Clover? Give me that!
All right, at least 7 got it away from her. Maybe now I can get a look at what she was writing. Let's see.
What? And there's no other way?
Lotus. Looks like she'd figured it out, though. Man, this is just too cruel.
Go.
Lotus.
Come on, you know we can't do that.
Wait. Weren't her kids? Didn't she have a kid named Aoi? Am I stupid? Am I misremembering that?
Oh, don't give me that. I'm sure you'd love to get rid of me.
God damn it, you idiot!
Wasn't Aoi her kid? It looks like she expected that about as much as I did.
If you're not... Look, it'd be bad, alright?
For a cop, he sure doesn't have much confidence.
Yeah. If there weren't assholes like you around, I'd be out of a job.
Uh-huh.
Look, I'm just not leaving you behind, alright? And...
7.
He's right. I'm not leaving you either.
Me too.
You didn't honestly think I'd abandon you, did you?
2 twin girls,
You're all
okay.
idiots.
Act as tough as you want, Lotus. We can all see you're about to cry.
That being said, however, I doubt we would be able to open the door anyway, even if we were to leave Lotus behind.
Okay.
Why?
I trust you remember what happened to Ace? I couldn't, see exactly what happened, but I was able to guess what he was attempting to do earlier at the Red.
Oh, yeah.
No! What is this? Why? The digital route should be 9! It has to be 9! Then why? Why isn't it opening?
Just to see, why don't we give it a shot?
Give it a shot.
Yes, that is what I said.
You were right.
It ain't
Oh.
opening.
Okay, it's just
But
broken.
it did open 9 years ago. The digital route was 9 then, I'm sure of it.
You think maybe they changed the settings?
Perhaps.
Shit, if we can't get through the door, we can't get out. The walls are way too high. There's no way in hell we could get to the hole 7 popped out of 9 years ago. All we can do is stand here and stare at this door with a 9 on it. I guess this is it. This is the end. Akane vision. I was watching. I had watched everything that was reflected in his eyes. I was listening. Every sound that vibrated in his eardrums, I heard. Smell, taste, touch. I felt everything he felt. I knew everything about him. What he was thinking, what he was feeling, what he was sensing. All of his feelings and worries and fears became mine. My mind, my consciousness was inside of him. Through the morphic field set, we were resonant, and we were as one. I was him, and at the same time, I was an observer. It started with a tremendous noise, like a clap of thunder. That was approximately 9 hours ago. A bomb had gone off on the ship we were on. That was when my resonance with him began. My resonant event melted into him and we became one, inside of Junpei. Somehow I found myself in Junpei's mind, 9 years in the future. But I didn't lose myself. I was living in 2 realities at once. One was the present and the other was the future. Perhaps you can think of it as 2 movies showing on the same screen at the same time. Eventually, it became difficult to separate them and determine which movie is which. However, if I concentrated, I was able to focus on one or the other. That was why I was able to grasp what was happening in front of me.
Come on, over here!
That was my brother, Aoi. He was yelling. I followed him. Around me were 7 other children. They all looked like they were about my age. This looks like Lotus's kid.
Come on, hurry up!
We ran down a long, straight hallway and burst into the large hospital room. Everyone was arguing. 2 of the boys got in a fist fight. A girl watching them began to cry. I want to go home, she cried. I want to go home. Another girl slapped the crying girl and glared down at her. It has been 2 hours since the no-nary game began. We were starting to fall apart. But just when all hope seemed lost, Light started talking. He was blind. 9 years later, we would call him Snake.
Hello? Everyone? Could you come over here for a moment?
He was older than most of us, and his voice had authority and dignity. The fights died down, and we gathered around him.
I have a little sister. She is very important to me, right?
right now she is over in Building Q and is desperately trying to send information over to me. Her name is Clover, and today is her 9th birthday.
Oh, her actual name is Clover? As he spoke, he pulled something from his pocket. In his hand were 9 4-leaf clovers.
I was going to give these to her as a birthday present. I was outside picking them when I was abducted. I'm sure I've already told you, but I am blind. For a man who can't see, collecting 9 of a very specific plant is, well, it is difficult. But my sister means a great deal to me. And I hope that these would show her how much I cared for her. Since it's her 9th birthday,
He's very sweet.
I thought 9 4-leaf clovers would be appropriate. Every one of you has a brother or a sister in Building Q with Clover. For their sake, we have to survive. We have to get off this ship. Do you understand? If we're going to do that, there are 3 things you have to remember. We need trust and love, and we have to have faith in one another. If we can take all 3 of those to heart, then I promise that good luck will come our way. Did you know that the leaves on the 4-leaf clover mean faith, trust, love, and luck? Those words are leaf words. So if you believe what I've told you, and you understand, then I want you each to have one of these. They're a promise between friends.
He gave a clover to each of us. I took one too. Eventually, he was left with only a single 4-leaf clover. He had one last thing to say.
Never forget, so long as you have that, we will always be connected. Do you understand?
When he finished, the tension of only a few minutes before was gone. We were calm. After that, we ran around the ship for a while longer and opened several of the numbered doors until we finally found a door with the number 9 on it. In fact, there were 2 doors with 9 on them, and we found them in the chapel. We split into 2 groups and walked through the doors. Before long, we all found ourselves in a room with a ceiling that looked like an upside-down funnel. For some reason, this room had another number 9, but this time it was the only one. But if there was only one door, that meant only 5 people could escape.
What are we gonna do? There aren't any other doors.
We began to panic. Then, as if things had not gotten bad enough already,
Warning. Emergency incineration. Automatic please evacuate. Repeat. Emergency incineration.
What? What's happening? What did that thing say? That didn't sound good.
my brother Aoi swallowed hard and answered.
I think it means this room is gonna burn.
Burn!
The plaque on the door says incinerator, and that voice said that the incineration is about to start. And incinerate means to burn.
No! Help me!
Abject terror filled the room as everyone began to scream and cry. Every pair of eyes were filled with despair. Then, high up on the wall, a door opened and a man appeared. He was a huge, frightening mountain of a man, as large as a bear. 9 years later, we would call him 7.
Don't worry, kids. I'm not your enemy. I'm one of the good guys. I'm a detective. I'm here to rescue you.
The rest happened just like 7 had said it did. The 4 of us who had stayed behind were saved by 7. We crawled through the vent, away from the incinerator, and slid down into the hall. Yeah, it is really effed up. We came out on the other side of door 9. On the wall opposite the door was a set of double doors. We went through those and began to run up the spiral stairs. As we ran, I led the way. Behind me were Nona, my brother, Aoi, Snake, and 7. The other children, the ones who'd gone through door 9 before us, were up ahead. I could hear them cheering each other on. We ran and ran and ran. We leapt across as many stairs as we could and kept running. The stairs spiraled upwards like a tornado. Eventually, I pulled ahead of the rest. Perhaps Nona had slowed them down. I didn't want to lose them, so I slowed down as well. I didn't stop, but I glanced over my shoulder from time to time to see if they had caught up. That was when I realized.
Where is it? Did I drop Jumpy's present?
I knew I'd had it with me when we passed through the vent. Then, had I dropped it as we slid out? I had to go back. I had to. But I knew I couldn't tell the others. They would stop me. I was sure of that. I didn't stop to think. I simply moved. I ran to the central hall, the room that connected to all the other areas of the ship. I hid in the shadows, and moments later I felt a rush of wind as they ran past me up the staircase. I'll point this out to you, but the fact that younger Akane was narrating the whole thing makes the off-feeling descriptions about gore. Yeah, that does make sense. Yeah, they make a lot more sense now. Thank you for the lurk, Riley. I waited until they were out of sight, and then I ran. I moved as quietly as I could, down and down and down and down. Finally, I reached the bottom deck. I ran into the hallway and looked around frantically.
There it is!
It was just where I thought I would be, sitting under the opening of the vent. I ran over and snatched it from the floor, but as I ran back towards the stairs and freedom... Akane, why would you go back for a present, dog? The door of the incinerator opened and a man stepped out. It was Hongo. Gintaro Hongo. Oops. 9 years later, we would call him Ace.
Ah, how wonderful to see you decided to come back.
His smile made my blood run cold. It looked mechanical, as if someone had simply pulled up the corners of his mouth.
We must continue the experiment.
I shook my head, eyes wide. Slowly, I began to walk backwards. 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps. Then I spun around and broke into a run. I felt Hongo's hand close over my left wrist.
I said, come with me.
There was an edge of insanity to his voice now. I pulled as hard as I could.
Stop! Let go of me! Let go!
I shook my body and flailed my arms, trying desperately to get Hongo to let go of me, but I was still only a child. I was no match for a man like Hongo.
Stop struggling, goddammit! Do as I tell you!
He heaved up on my arm, trying to pull me into the incinerator. I screamed.
Somebody help me!
Then suddenly, the door to the stairs flew open, and my brother Aoi burst out of it. Behind him came Seven and Snake. He cried my name again as he leapt toward Hongo.
You came back!
I cried out, but then
You're too late, idiot!
Hongo threw his full weight against my arm, pulling us both into the incinerator. Hey, what's up, Sam? Thank you for the raid, my friend. We're doing some art. Let's go. Folks, my name's Immy. I use they, them pronouns. Welcome in. I am at the very end of a game right now that's super, super good, and I would recommend not watching it if you don't want to be spoiled. Because this is hardcore spoilers. What's up, Umbra? The force of it threw me out to the floor. I scrambled to my feet and looked toward the open number 9 door. Hongo stood between it and me, but behind him I could see my brother, his fists clenched. But those fists never reached Hongo. What's up, Pink? With a cold, heartless screech of metal on metal, the door slammed shut. Hongo glanced at me mechanically, his face registering that there was an object there, but not anything he would consider a human being. Then he turned away and walked to the red that sat next to the door. He reached into his pocket and removed 2 bracelets. He waved them both over the scanner panel. 2 asterisks appeared on the red. He checked the screen, then tossed the bracelets carelessly onto the floor. What was he doing? What was the point? He made no effort to explain himself, of course. He said nothing at all and walked past me as though I were nothing more than a rock by the roadside. A few moments later, the 2 other doors slid shut as well. This is so messed up. Faintly, I could hear someone pounding on the door behind me. I turned around and ran toward the door with a 9.
Akane! Akane! Are you okay?
I could hear a voice from the other side of the door. A worried, frightened voice.
Help me!
My throat was already raw, but I screamed as loud as I could. My voice echoed lonely around the empty room.
What should I do? I think I'm trapped in here!
Where's Hongo?
He went out the other door!
What?
Then it started again.
Warning. Warning. Emergency Incineration Command has been acknowledged. Incineration will begin in 18 minutes.
Junpei
Please
vision.
evacuate the incinerator immediately.
Holy shit. Man, I knew what it was gonna say, but this is one hell of a creepy voice.
I knew it!
It's starting.
Santa started the incinerator.
Fuck! Man, I never thought I'd hear that damn voice again after 9 years.
What the hell? What the hell? What in God's name are you talking about? It's 9 years this and 9 years that, and when it's not 9 years something, then you're talking about some sort of fucking experiments. You aren't making any sense.
I'm sorry, Lotus, but we really don't have time to explain it right now.
Yeah, let's be real
I
here.
promise. I'll tell you everything once we get out of here.
But
Incineration will begin in 17 minutes.
You know what that means, right? Incinerate means burn.
what kind of idiot do you think I am? I know what incinerate means. God damn it. Okay, fine. I won't ask anything else. Talk about whatever you want. But you have to do something for me.
Poor Lotus.
7. Figure this out.
What? Why me?
Just shut up and stop this thing.
How the hell?
There has to be some sort of emergency shut-off button.
There isn't anything like that.
How the hell do you know?
Because I looked for it 9 years ago.
Yeah, Lotus isn't happy about that. Can't really blame her. Wait, the floor, it's moving. Huh? What else can I say about it,
What the
bud?
hell is that?
What is that?
What else could I say? The floor opened and a machine rose up out of it. It looked like a computer. At least it kind of did. There was a monitor, a keyboard, and a cross-shaped device of some kind. Something about the machine scared me, but I forced myself to walk up to it. I was terrified. Tears poured down my face. I wiped them off, even as more took their place, and forced myself forward. I'm so glad I didn't try to do this yesterday. Holy shiz. Finally, I reached it. I looked at the screen. It was blank. All I saw was my own frightened face staring back at me from the glass, drenched in tears. Now, you must led me hard. All I can see on the screen is a reflection of my own face. I'm looking kind of freaked out. I know I'm sweating like crazy, but seeing it kind of drives it home. Okay, Junpei, just calm down, all right? Everything's going to be okay. Ugh. Man, I wish this thing would just shut up.
Incineration will begin in 15 minutes.
All right, back to this thing. It's only showing up now that it's got to be important. But what the hell am I supposed to do with it?
Hey, move!
Hey, we're all tense-lated. That doesn't mean you gotta shove people around.
It's turned on. There's nothing on the screen, though. Oh, this is bad. This is really bad. If there's nothing on here, how are we supposed to do anything with it?
No, it's all first from Junpei. Sure, I'll just push buttons. I'm sure that'll... Huh. Well, at least it's on now. What's on the screen, though?
What is this?
What's up?
It looks like some sort of puzzle.
It's got a bunch of numbers and letters scattered across a 5x5 grid. The numbers range from 1 to 8.
Do you think that if we solve this puzzle...
Hey, what's up, Adrian? Junpei's looking like he hasn't brushed his hair in 9 weeks, not 9 hours. Bro.
The incinerator will stop? Yeah. Well, we can hope, right?
All right, puzzle. How do you work? Oh, man, that gosh damn verse again.
Incineration will begin in 13 minutes.
Shit. 13 minutes. Can we really do this? My heart feels like it's gonna pop. My heart was pounding like it was about to explode. I stared at the puzzle on the screen. I was sure I had to solve it somehow, but I had no idea how. My connection to Jumpy had been gone for a while. His mind was gone. I couldn't get any more information from him. I felt the seconds tick by as I stared at the screen, completely lost. My cheeks felt hot as tears poured over them. Then I heard a voice.
Hey, what are you doing?
It was muffled. I turned around. Pressed against the window in the entry door was a face. A frightening, evil face. It was Hongo. How long had he been watching me?
Don't know what to do?
He was yelling, but his voice was still muffled.
Simple, really. But I suppose I might as well tell you. Just solve the puzzle on that machine.
F this guy, dude. His laughter was muffled by the door, but it still tore at my heart like the claws of a vicious monster. Wait a minute. Okay, I think I'm seeing what's going to happen here. Okay, here's my prediction. I'm going to figure out this puzzle in the present. Akane is going to figure it out in the past, solve the puzzle, save herself from the incinerator, and it's going to rewrite time to make it so that she never died, and so that's why she's alive in reality. I bit my lip and glared at Hongo, struggling to hold back hot tears.
You're a terrible person! I hate you!
Oh my! How could you call a gentleman such as myself a terrible person?
And then Ace
That's not
dies,
very
yes.
Nice. I'm quite fair. I don't use tricks or play dirty, you see? I've even left you a way out. Didn't you hear me? All you have to do is
And this
solve
is
that
why
puzzle.
Santa
Do that.
and Akane, I guess, worked together to create the no-nary game so that she could be saved in the past.
What's the point of stopping it? You'll only capture me and make me do this all again. I'm not going to listen to you. If you're just going to throw me back in here, I might as well just die now.
My goodness, haven't you listened to anything I've said? I told you, I'm a fair man.
Huh?
If you solve the puzzle, the verification function of the red will in turn activate. If this experiment is to deliver valid results, there must be a chance of success. If you succeed, you will escape.
The verification function of the red?
Then I remembered. Before Hongo left the room, he had scanned 2 bracelets into the red.
Ah, so you do remember. Right now there are 2 numbers in the red. The first is 1, and the second is 3. Say, Akane, what's your number?
I looked down at my left hand. The face on my bracelet showed a 5. I ran to the door with a 9 on it. I grabbed the red and put my hand against the scanner panel.
You really aren't one for listening, are you?
I hear Hongo's muffled voice from across the room.
I've already told you, didn't I? Once you solve the puzzle, the verification function of the red will activate. In other words, if you haven't solved the puzzle, you can't enter your number. What kind of fool are you?
Why are you doing this?
You could never understand. You don't know what it's like to spend every day surrounded by monkeys. Now start the experiment.
I hate monkeys.
Solve the puzzle.
I can't! I don't know how!
Of course you don't. Isn't that the point? You understand, don't you? Access the morphogenetic field and find the solution.
I can't!
Then you'll die. You'll burn alive. It's gonna be quite hot in there in a few minutes.
Okay, why does Ace want the morphogenetic field so much? That's one question I don't have, or I don't know. I'm getting hungry. His horrible laugh echoed across the room, and even after his face disappeared from the window, I could hear it.
Incineration will begin in 10 minutes.
Man, I guess there's something bigger than 5G. I was crying, great gulping sobs broken by hiccups that shook my body. I was terrified. I could feel my fear pressing down on me like a tremendous weight. Somehow I forced my shaking legs to carry me back to the device. I stared at the monitor.
I can't. I just can't. There's no way. I can't figure this out.
Interesting. Maybe that could be the case. What was I going to do? I didn't know. I didn't even know where to start. Fear scattered my thoughts, and all I could think of was how I was going to die. My palms were sweating, and my blood was boiling in my veins. It was hot, so hot. I couldn't breathe. I felt dizzy. My heart roared in my chest as if it would pound itself to pieces. The final escape room. I reached into my pocket. I wrapped my hand around the thing I'd come back to get. The doll Jumpy had given me. Oh, okay. Jumpy gave her the present. Oh, at least I had that. I held it tight with both hands and prayed.
Help me! Jumpy! Help me! Help me! Help me! Jumpy! 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 Please! Help me! Jumpy!
Yeah, agreed. It has sentimental value
Akane?
then.
Akane!
Who the hell is Akane?
Shut up! Just shut the hell up!
Seven and Lotus don't understand. I think Clover and Snake have an idea though. Clover's looking at me, and I think Snake may have figured it out. No, it doesn't matter. They're in my way. Where'd she go? Maybe over here?
Akane! Akane! Can you hear me? Akane! Say something!
Fuck! Did something break our connection? I swear I just heard her. Shit!
Akane! Answer me! Akane!
Jumpy?
I spun around. I heard a voice. His voice. I looked around. He wasn't in the room, of course, but I'd heard it so clearly, like he was right there. I screamed as loud as I could.
Akane!
Jumpy!
Sheepy, don't be rude. She's like 8 years old, dog. That's her. She's there. Then that means...
Akane! Akane!
Are you in an incinerator right now?
Yes, I am! How did you know?
I want a girl with a short skirt and a long boot. The tall big boot with a little skirt. You can always get a different cell phone charm, but you can't get another one. Your boyf got you. So true. I couldn't believe that he knew that. She dresses like she's 8 with fashion blindness. Every 8-year-old has fashion blindness. Now I understand what Santa meant.
There's only one way to help her. You were
Some people
brought
never
here
grow
by
out of it, like me.
to save Akane.
I think I get it now.
Incineration will begin in 7 minutes.
Jumpy, we don't have time!
Trippy. As quickly as I could, I told him that I had to solve the puzzle in order to stop the incinerator.
Got it.
And I do. I get everything now. At last, I finally understand what all of this means. I know why the Nonary game was held today. I know why we were kidnapped and brought here. It was all for this moment. All of this was planned out to lead to this one moment. Oh my god. This is insane. I can't believe it, but there's only one possible answer. June is. Zero is. Akane Kurashiki. She recreated the history of the future that she had a glimpse of 9 years ago. She tried to save herself that way 9 years ago. No, she's trying to save herself right now. That means that there's only one thing for me to do. Even if this is all some sort of insane plan, I will save her. I will save Akane Kurashiki. I must save her no matter what.
Incineration will begin 6 minutes.
And she's such a little gumdrop. The voice reminded me of how much time I had left.
Yeah, I know. Just hang on, all right? I promise I'll get you out of there. I'm not gonna let you die. I promise. So don't worry, all right? Just give me a few minutes, okay?
What are you saying that to Adrian, Aaron? That Adrian still wears the same outfit since middle school? My voice shook as I answered. It was hot in the room. It felt like my heart was on fire. 6 minutes or not, my heart burned with my feelings for him. Okay, hopefully not the older one. That's can't do that. All right, time to get to work, Junpei. Me? Yeah, that's why I said I have fashion blindness. Is Snake talking to them about something? Whatever, it doesn't matter. Get out of my way.
Hey, what are you?
Just trust me, okay?
Sorry, Lotus, I didn't mean to snap, but there's a lot more at stake here than your pride. I'll apologize later, all right? Now let's have a look at this thing. We've got numbers all over this grid. I think the panels are out of order, so I just need to switch these out? Staring at it isn't going to accomplish anything. I'll just have to try it.
Just think of what I did all those times before. I'm gonna do this on my own, with my own mind. I'm gonna solve this problem.
Seek a way out. Is there going to be a timer? Oh, thank God. Okay. When I pressed hint, numbers appeared in the empty spots on the grid. They're all single digits. I get the feeling the numbers change when I switch out the yellow squares. But the square at the bottom, why does it stay blank when I press hint? Pressing the button again makes the numbers disappear. Looks like I can turn them on or off. But there is some special meaning to there being 2 modes? What could it mean? When I flip the hints off, all of the empty spots look like the one in the bottom right. Does that mean they're supposed to match? Maybe I need to make all of the numbers in the squares the same. If I switch out a yellow square, the numbers that show up in the hint change too. It looks like the numbers are affected by the adjacent squares. For example, when I switch out 3 with 5, the hint number increases by 2. I bet the hint just adds the surrounding numbers. Okay. What? Do I need to get them all to 9, perhaps? In the OG version, this was just Sudoku. Nice. Okay. 7 then. Okay. Okay. Okay, so P gets me the closest with R. I swap that with P. No. Swap that with 8. What about 5? About 5. How about 3? About 6? Okay, that works there, but then this is broken. I think that has to be W. Hold on. Works there. I bet that has to be W, I feel like. Okay. I guess I didn't think about switching up stuff up here. Okay, so R. Let's do S there as well. Okay. We can do maybe 8. Do we have a 7? We have a 7 here, okay. Okay, we can switch this out with maybe 8. Try O. Let's try 5. Try O, let's try 3, let's try 6. Okay, that doesn't work. O R and P Q R S T U V A B C D F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S. No pressure, Junpei. No, the food will be okay. It's relatively, it's staying warm in the pan. Okay, R, A B C D F G. Okay, let's take this out. Let's put this here. That's all solved down there. So this is definitely let's be something else. P no, 8 no, 3 no. 5, no. Swap this out maybe with 5. Eight. That makes that work, and then I could do O here, maybe? Oh no. Hey, happy holidays, my friend. No, that doesn't work. Oh, and that works for that. P. So that gets me 9 down here, but then this is wrong. 6. What about 6? That gets me 5. Seven. 2. Seven goes down there. Almost got everything to be 9. It's just this last piece here is screwed up. Oh, wait, yeah, wait, everything's almost 9. I just need to get this last one. Huh? I'm so close, but this is wrong. I want something one character bigger than this. R gets me so close. A, B, C, D, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S. That gets me that then. Gets me that. Maybe this. Maybe I could change this one out then. Oh. God, I'm so close. I just need one thing to be in the right spot. I need like another 9 to be or this would be actually a 10. Which is A. I could swap that out. Do that, and then I'd have to switch this guy out with something. Once again, though, I now need a 9 down here. I don't have any more of. Just because I want to finish it up, I'll take the solution, because I do need to go eat here, like pretty quick. I'm really close though. I can almost taste it. I don't know why this one down here is blank. S7. Okay, I was completely off then. S7. P5. Okay, was I going for the wrong thing, trying to make it 9? That might have been my problem. 363. 8 1 R R 3 W. That does not seem correct. Five, 3, 7, 1, 8. Is this different? Is it gonna be different every time? Hold on a minute. That could be the case. 3, 6, 3, 8, 1. 7, 3, 5. Everything's 9, but it's not doing anything. Right? 999, 999, 999, 999. Oh, interesting. Raptos. Raptows? Oh, do I have to switch stuff out to make it? I can't leave is the thing. No, I can't switch it out. Pass. Because you have to get both at the same time? That's a really hard puzzle. Holy shiz. Wait, what's the password? Password? I'm inputting a password now then. Are there any hints? What the hell am I supposed to put here? Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that. I have no idea what this is supposed to be. It's just 9? Fuck off.
Yes, that's it. Akane, did you get it?
Yes, I did! I solved it! I mean, really, you solved it for me, but I copied everything you did! Now I just have to press enter!
That's a nasty puzzle. Holy shiz. That room be effing dead. I hit the enter key.
Emergency shutdown command has been confirmed. Incineration system has been disabled.
Ah! Jumpy! It worked! It worked! The incinerator shut down! It worked!
Tears rolled down my face as I cried out to him, but they were a very different sort of tears. A wonderful feeling of accomplishment and relief flooded my body. Hey, Sasa, thank you for the raid as well. Made some TF2, let's go. At the same time, what strength I had left disappeared and I collapsed to the floor. For a while, I just lay there, laughing and crying and enjoying being alive. Every time I thought about him, I thought my heart would burst. I really need this game to end. I love this, but I need this game to end. I'm hungry. I can't quite believe I did that. But I'm so glad. So glad. I feel like my heart's on fire. No, I don't have time to be thinking about that kind of shit. I need to tell Akane.
Hey, sorry, but things are kind of busy over here. I'm gonna have to hang up now, okay?
Hang up now.
Of course, that's fine.
I wiped the tears from my eyes and nodded vigorously, even though I knew he couldn't see me. Then I looked over at the corner of the floor. There were the 2 bracelets Hongo had left behind. Yeah, Ian also misled me. Effing bastard. It's been 2 hours. 2.5 hours. Well, Seven and Lotus didn't look particularly happy with me. Not a very nice look to give someone who just saved your lives, guys.
Junpei, are you...
Okay?
Shut it.
Right, okay, so maybe they have a reason to be pissed off. So what if I haven't pressed the enter key yet? Alright, nothing holding me back now. Here goes! Wait.
Incineration will begin in 90 seconds.
It doesn't sound like it's stopping.
What?
What the shit? Why isn't it stopping?
Okay, maybe I didn't hit the key hard enough. Just hit it again, and again, and again. Okay, that's not working either. The alarm's still going off. What the hell is going on? I've got all the right numbers in the right boxes. It's perfect. So why the fuck isn't this thing stopping?
Incineration will begin in 60 seconds.
Wait, of course. That's what the numbers that showed up after the puzzle mean. 2, 4, plus 5, plus 7, plus 7, plus 8. Snake, Clover, me, 7, and Lotus. Then, door 9. No, that's it. That number on the door isn't a 9. It's not even a number.
It is hidden, but an exit can be found. Seek a way out. Seek a door that...
Holy shit. Of course. Then we just have to put the right number into the red and...
Incineration will begin in 30 seconds.
It's a G.
Run, guys! Get to the door! Run!
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit! Don't have much time. Man, I sure hope they can just trust me on this one or we are fucked! Alright, no time to explain. Just go!
Verify your numbers on the red. Verify? Who?
What combination?
All of us! We all need to verify!
The voice acting.
You really think this is a good time to ask questions? Just...
Hurry, 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 hurry!
Incineration will begin in 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Central gate has been opened. Incineration system has been disabled.
Holy shiz, dude. Oh, thank effing Christ. No time to be happy. Time to go.
Hurry! We've only got 9 seconds before the door closes. Go, go, go!
Come on, guys, move it! Okay, they're all through. Move it, Junpei! Just in time. And there goes the door. No, don't calm down yet. You're not done. You've still got to find the dead. Phew! My brother. Enough!
Shit. Looks like we made it, huh?
Man, that guy sure can laugh when he wants to. Looks like Clover and Lotus are totally out of energy. Snake is shaking his head warily. I just want to take a nap, but...
Akane! Can you hear me? Akane!
I want to tell her we made it. I want to tell her how good I feel. But nothing. The door opened. Standing in front of it was my brother.
Akane!
Oi!
I cried his name, even though my voice was almost gone from screaming, and leapt into his arms. Aw, dude.
Oh, oi!
Wait, she does not say that right. I buried my face in his chest and cried again. I cried and cried and cried. The steady thump of his heart in my ear made me feel like I was home. Its beat was almost like a lullaby. I wrapped my arms around him as far as they would go and held him as tight as I could. Just to be there felt like a miracle. I hadn't felt the warmth of another human body in what seemed like an eternity. I just wanted to stay there in his arms forever, but I couldn't. The moment I'd passed through the door, my bracelet had begun the countdown to death. I leapt away from him and looked around. The door had already closed. I spotted the dead only a short distance away. It took me only a moment to get to and scan all the bracelets. I left the ones Hongo had dropped on the scanner panel. That was it. I took a deep breath and looked around again. The huge detective who we'd called 7 in 9 years and Snake, the blind boy, were looking at me. They seemed to have been utterly stunned by my sudden appearance. Their eyes were wide and their mouths hung open.
Let's get out of here. If we don't book it, we might run into Hongo again.
I was right. It was time we got moving. The mention of Hongo seemed to jar 7 and Snake out of their surprise, and they nodded. We took off running up the spiraling stairs to freedom. Time for more running. But if they can get us out of here, no wonder we're running so hard. My heart's beating so hard I can barely hear. God, I can't wait to breathe real air again. Huh? Is Seven talking?
Hey, Junpei, can I ask you something?
What's up?
That door, the one with the 9 on it. Why'd it open?
Yeah, all 5 of us verified our numbers on the red. 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 8 is 26. That makes our digital root 8. It shouldn't have opened.
That's not like you, Lotus. I thought you would have figured it out already.
Huh?
Because you were the person who taught me about the idea of bases.
Bases?
Yeah. What are the 2 numbers in base 2?
0 and 1.
How about base 10?
That goes from 0 to 9, right?
Then how about base 16?
0 through F. After 9, it starts at A and goes from there. B, C, D, etc.
You're right. In other words, A in base 16 is 10 in base 10. B is 11, C is 12, D is 13, and so on.
So, what about it?
You don't get it? What if we keep going with that pattern? What if you go way past base 16 all the way to base 27?
Base 27?
Yeah.
Well, the numerical digits are the same, so I guess you'd add alphabetical digits. E is 14, F is 15, G is 16,
H is 17.
K is 20.
N is 24.
Yeah, and? What comes after that?
Q.
26!
And what does that mean?
There wasn't a 9 on the door.
It was a Q! A fucking lowercase q!
Yeah,
I love 7, dude.
I guess to put it another way, you could say that it was a 9 in base 10, but a Q in base 27.
Time for more running. God, my thighs are killing me. I swear, any moment now I'm gonna tear a muscle. I feel like every single cell in my body is dying for air. Dude, get a longer skirt, Clover. Damn, every breath I take is a chore now. I feel like my lungs are gonna burst. Maybe just a short rest. No, can't stop. Don't have time. Come on, legs. There can't be many more of these steps left. Let's run. Run like a bullet down a rifled barrel. Like a tornado cutting through a sea of clouds. I feel like we're running along the back of a giant coiled dragon. Finally! Seven being an actual person makes this game good. Yeah. Okay, enough panting, guys. Jesus, I can barely breathe. No, Junpei, no time to rest. Pull yourself together. You're almost there.
All right, I'm gonna open it.
Yeah.
Yes, we're finally here.
Please do.
Sure, you look like a big, heavy door, but you're the only thing standing between me and my freedom. But even more important than that, you're the only thing standing between me and Akane. You're gonna open, and you're gonna open now. I felt a hand on my shoulder. It was Aoi's. He gave it a small, reassuring squeeze. I was so happy I felt like I could melt. My heart was at peace. And not only that, and not only because my brother and I were back together again, thanks to the huge detective, all 9 of us who had been kidnapped. We're finally able to escape from the gigantic. On the distant horizon, we could see the faint outline of the ship as it sank. It gave a thunderous roar as it finally slipped beneath the waves. Its last cry echoed out across the ocean, and then it was gone. Aoi whispered.
Yeah.
It was over. It was finally over. Or was it? Was it really? No, that was wrong. That wasn't it at all. I was sure of it. This wasn't the end. It was only the beginning. This was only a prologue to what would happen in 9 years. Yes, finally, air! Gah, damn, that sun is bright. I can barely see anything. I gotta admit, this doesn't look quite like... Wait.
No way.
You've gotta be shitting me.
It can't be.
This is...
Okay, I had the thought as soon as that happened. I was like...
This is the building in the Nevada desert.
There's no way this is the ship because it
the
sank.
mock experiment building.
Oh my god. This whole time we were in Building Q.
Sure enough, that's a desert out there with mountains all around it. Hello there, son. Boy, am I ever glad to see you. I don't think I have ever been so happy to see a sunrise. Huh? Did I just hear something fall? Right, our bracelets. I guess I've never really got a good look at the underside of one of these. Let's see what's inside you. Just a little electronic chip like an ATM card. That's it. There's nothing else. Nothing that even looks like a detonator. That's right, losers. No drowning. There was never a detonator to begin with. Yep, I was right. Figures.
Jumpy.
Guess I must be pretty crazy about the girl if I think I'm hearing her voice in the wind. Wait. What? Wait. What happened to Ace and Santa and Akane? Doesn't she exist in this timeline? Now? There's a little more after the credits. Yeah, I'm gonna when I see Ayan in real life next, I'm gonna punch her in the face. She was literally double the time. You don't think it answers my questions? I don't know why I can't skip the credits this time. I think I'll raid into attack after this into Sky. Yeah, I'll swing into attack. Into Sky. Actually, the no commentary version was 1.5 hours. Not that you could do it. Oh, so I see you saying I'm worse than the credits, huh? Worse than the no communication.
Okay?
Oh, come on. This is nothing.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't look okay.
Was this before the end of elementary school? Jumpy and I were sitting next to each other on a small hill, looking down at the town as the sun slowly set.
Then?
It was half serious and half joking. I thought about it for a minute first.
Well,
oh, shiz!
Let's see.
What the heck happened to him?
Looks like you kissed a toad and got warts, but then they just kept growing and growing.
What does that even mean?
Junpei grinned and...
Ow, 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 ow.
See? I told you you're not okay. You're too reckless.
Who beat the shiz out of this little kid?
You can't beat 5 8th graders, Jumpy. That's crazy.
Oh, shiz.
Yeah, but I couldn't just stand there. I mean, don't you think so? I had to do something.
Look at the Nevada desert go past. For an SUV, this thing is a pretty smooth ride. Sure was nice of someone to leave it for us outside the building. Keys in the ignition and gas in the tank. Almost like it was a present, you know? Anyway, we jumped in and now here we are, screaming across the desert. Lotus is over there in the passenger seat. Snake and Seven and I are all squeezed into the back seat here. I still can't believe we let her drive. Why would you do that?
This is so awesome! Driving is so great when there's nothing around. And
Hey, Clover, watch those bumps, all right? This car jumps even a little, and I think I'm gonna get crushed to death.
Hey, shut it. I can't help if I'm big, all right? Suck it up.
Suck it up.
Don't you drive, Seven?
I'm a cop. I ain't gonna break the law.
he doesn't have an international license.
Could have sat in the passenger seat.
Oh, hell no. There's no way I'm giving this seat up. And Clover, there's no need to slow down.
Oh,
The car
interesting.
Santa and June are in should be somewhere down this road ahead of us.
That's an interesting
Yeah, I saw some
theory
fresh
at the
tire
very
tracks
least.
going out. There's no doubt about it.
Then we've got to hurry if we want to catch them, don't we?
Sure thing.
Oh, shit. Gosh damn it, she doesn't have to drive so fast. Man, I didn't even think a car like this could go that fast. We're sure throwing up a lot of dust. It was a couple hours after we'd run into the junior high students. They'd been hiding in the bushes on the back of one of the hills, drenching a kitten in gasoline. Holy shiz! The moment we saw what they were doing, Jumpy ran up to them furious.
What the hell are you doing?
Then he jumped on them. He quickly scooped up the kitten and tossed it to me. I caught it and ran for the police station as fast as I could.
Help me! Officer, please! You have to come with me!
The policeman and I headed back to the hill. All we found was Jumpy, sprawled on the ground with a face covered in big, swelling lumps.
Run away after you threw the kitty to me?
I asked him. He stuck his tongue out through the hole in his mouth where a tooth had fallen out.
I guess I could've...
Then why didn't you?
I think the reason June had fevers was because she wasn't technically supposed to exist in that timeline yet.
I didn't want to. I wanted to beat him up. Beat him up real good.
Because of what they were doing to the kitty.
And that's why in the safe ending, she just disappears. Because she wasn't supposed to exist. And that's why Zero says that they failed, because she wasn't supposed to exist.
Yeah, that too, but I think they were the ones behind those murders our first semester. Remember?
Oh, you mean the bunnies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the bunnies.
He plucked some grass from the ground and tossed it into the
They
wind.
asked me what elementary school I was from, so I told them. And then they said they'd do the same thing to you that they did to the rabbits. I couldn't forgive them for that, so I...
Why'd you tell him, Junpei? Are you a fucking idiot?
Hey, there's still some stuff I don't get.
Of course, they probably don't know any more than I do.
Well, I guess I should say Kentaro Hongo. Why did he create the...
Oh, I think they're right to explain it right here.
Anybody? Any ideas?
Why don't you ask him yourself?
Well, yeah, I guess I could.
He's still in the trunk, I assume?
What? Yeah, oh, shiz. Yeah, he is. Still tied up, I'm assuming, with his mouth taped shut. His eyes just look empty, no emotion. It looks like he's just given up. I wonder if he even cares what happens to him anymore.
Are you listening to us?
Yeah, go ahead and try to pretend you weren't, you old bastard. Let's get that tape off your mouth.
Come on, I know you were. Answer me.
Okay, what about Santa, though? You can at least look at me when you talk, man.
I only wanted
Yeah,
to see
okay,
the
here he
faces.
explains it, okay.
Human faces. I thought if I could gain the ability to access the morphic field set, then perhaps I could see faces. By peering into people's minds, you could understand how they were processing the expressions of others.
That's it?
Yes. If you want to put it simply, if you are looking for a more philosophical answer, I can supply that as well. You see, the human collective consciousness...
That's enough out of you, pal. Time for the tape to go back on.
All right. So what's your second question?
You said there were some things you didn't get, didn't you?
Well, somebody's a little
Well,
nosy.
my next question doesn't really have anything to do with you two. This is for you, Seven. It's about the whole Alice thing. What's the deal with that?
Well, you see, 9 years ago, after I escaped from the Gigantic, I kept going after Hongo on my own. I catch him when I finally slipped up. During the course of my investigations, I learned a lot more about the Gigantic. I also found out about Bourdain and Alice.
You're not really answering my question.
Was there actually a girl who wouldn't melt at room temperature?
Sounds like Hongo has something to say. Alright, fine, I'll let you talk, but you gotta behave.
What?
Alice doesn't exist. 9 years ago, I found Alice's coffin behind the library on the bottom deck. There was nothing in it but the root of a peculiar plant. My research determined that it was a member of the genus Madrigoria, of the family Solanaceae. I was able to extract a particular alkaloid from it. I used that extract to create Soporin. Its creation was a tremendous boon to my firm, and we grew rapidly.
Shit, this is gonna go on forever. Tape's going back on, Hongo. The rest of my questions can wait a bit. For now, I think I'll just enjoy the ride. Please, I want this. I want this to end. I have so many questions, but I want this to end.
What's this?
This is, for you, doll. His name is Junpei.
Dopey pulled something out of his pocket and shoved out his arm toward me. In his hand was a doll made of yarn, small enough to fit in his palm.
Are you sure it's, for you, doll?
Huh? Yeah, the lady at the shop said so, so that means it's for you, right?
Are you sure it's not a voodoo doll?
Wait, what? That's... Oh, man. Oh, man.
Well, it sure looks like a voodoo doll. I mean, you do know what a voodoo doll is used for, right?
Yeah, I guess calling it Junpei isn't a very good idea then.
Why are you giving me this anyway? It just seems really sudden.
Oops, I just dropped my phone.
You know how after June, we aren't gonna get to see each other too much?
Oh,
I mean, we're gonna be
shiz.
in different schools, and I just thought I'd,
Oh, okay, well, how about we call it June then?
Oh!
Okay. So, I wanted to give you this.
You sound like some sort of tribal chief in a bad movie.
Yes. I, head of tribe.
Okay.
This doll, traditional charm of tribe.
Let's skip past this part
I
here.
give it me. So we always...
Oh, Jumpy.
If something's
Jumpy.
bad, then hold and pray. I go wherever you are. So here, take.
I see an effing caveman. I reached my hand out and picked up the doll gently.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Jumpy.
Dude, I'm so hungry. Before I knew it, I was crying. Tears streamed down my face and fell onto June's tiny yarn body.
Jumpy, I'll never forget you. I promise.
Jumpy looked straight into my eyes and said just 5 words.
I'll never forget you either.
The sky was a beautiful crimson red as it melted down toward the horizon. The last golden rays of sunlight stretched out across the city and painted themselves across the hills. We sat, bathed in the warm light of evening, just the two of us, leaning gently against one another, shoulder to shoulder. The sun set, and we still didn't leave. We watched in silence as the darkness deepened, and one by one the lights of the town began to flicker on. There's still one thing I don't get. To be honest, it's the biggest mystery as far as I'm concerned, and also the only one that's really important. It has to do with June and Akane. 9 years ago, she died in the incinerator on the Gigantic, but she's still alive now as June. But how? Was it because I tapped into the morphic field set and saved her 9 years ago? Alright, let's say that makes some kind of insane sense. If I did that, then... how do I make sense of what Seven remembers? Snake makes sense. He's blind. He couldn't have seen her body anyway. But Seven, he said he was sure he saw it. Does that mean there's some kind of historical discrepancy? Or, wait, maybe that's not it at all. There was one other logical explanation. Was what you told me the truth, Seven? You look satisfied. No way. He couldn't.
Hey, look! Over there! There's somebody next to the road.
Huh?
What?
Why would Seven lie to me, though? What the? What the? What? The burning gaze of the Nevada sun poured down on her head. The desert around her rippled with heat. Standing there on that shimmering plain was a woman, her arm out and her thumb up. It would not be long before Junpei realized who she was. What? wait, what? Wait. Who was that? What was that? What was All Ice doing there? What? What kind of effing ending is that? What? Oh, shit, yeah, that was a lot of stuff. Holy crap. Now I have to look at, does the second game explain things? Like, is it related? They're all related, yeah? Oh, maybe I do need to play it. Wait, which one of you is telling the truth? Who's the effing guy that related? No explanation. Okay. Now I want to play this. Now I do want to play the second one. Shiz! God dang it! I Okay, maybe I will play the second one as my first game back. Anyway, folks, I need to raid really quick here because I'm super hungry. I hope that you all have a fantastic holiday. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for being here for the random little stream I did here on a Thursday, strange day. But yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for just being here with me as I finish up this game. I'm going to head off and have some dinner. But good night. Is there art? No. Good night. Goodbye. Happy holidays. I love you all. Goodbye. Let's give some love to Sky.